Oh, wait, we're live. I think we're live.
And we got
You'll know
really
when we're
quiet.
live when you hear like my echo because it never fucking mutes when it goes on.
I love that how everyone's talking and we're like, I think we're live, and everybody just shuts the fuck up.
It's like,
Holy
oh.
what?
Everyone's like, I don't
Huh?
want to be the one. You be the one to talk. No.
We're
Hey,
definitely live.
all right, sick.
We're live when you hear like see, there's that
Yeah.
echo. I told you about.
Maybe you should, you could turn down the echo, maybe? I
I
mean, I
had
like
to mute
it.
it. Like it
I
all
like it.
Eric, don't start with me already.
She's
Hey
secretly.
guys, how's it
Hi.
going?
Are you talking to us?
I'm
Hi.
talking to everyone.
Oh.
I'm
I'm
here. I'm doing okay.
Webster. Am I calling you Weftin or Weston?
Wefton for this time, I guess.
I mean, at least, all right, let's start at the beginning. This is Ska Talk with SKAgazine. My name is Jess. I am here with my co-host Eric and Janice.
Hey, everybody.
2 years ago, Weston, whatever the fuck you want to call him, was
Whatever.
here for my very first interview for SKAgazine. I didn't think I was going to continue doing it. I never thought I'd be doing it still and having him back 2 years later, but here we are. And tonight we're introducing him because I forgot to do that the first time.
2 years. 2 years. I somebody would say 2 years too late. I'm like, I say you could have, you know, we could just stop right now. We could wait another year, like
What do you
whatever.
mean?
Like,
Hold on a minute. I didn't wait 2 years to talk to you again. We did talk two other times with the whole band.
yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
yeah.
we've talked a
Yeah,
lot.
really.
Yes, we have.
Like my echo because it never fucking fuck. Sorry. Sal is here and he is saying hello.
Hey, Sal.
Hey,
So 2 years ago we talked and I went back and I listened to that today because I had to see like what has changed from then till now. And back then, you had just started the Chemical Imbalance. Black
yep.
Pill just came out, which was an amazing album. If you haven't listened to it, go do that. That's his solo shit
2 years. Yeah, Black Pill's gonna turn two next
in like a
week, I
few
think.
days. It's like the
Yeah,
17th or something, I think. Yeah.
the 17th. Yep.
Yeah. Great album. Go listen to it. Go back and, well, I don't want to tell you to go back and listen to that interview to hear about that album because I was terrible in that interview.
Nah, go back. It's
But
always
you
good
can
to
go
check
back
your
if you want.
progress.
It's our very first one on YouTube. It's not on Apple or Spotify because I wasn't there yet at that point. But we also talked back then about how you couldn't find the chemical imbalance on streaming platforms. You had to just look up Weftin. You were writing all the music. It was basically still the Weftin show, but I think a lot has changed since then.
Big time. Big time.
So
Yeah.
we're definitely going to get into that tonight, but I'm going to pass it off to Eric for the people who weren't here back then and who don't really know you or aren't familiar with your music so that he can get into the background a little bit.
Mhm.
Can I go rogue already?
Yeah, go ahead. Go Rogue.
Okay. Because I thought it was, I know it wasn't even our podcast, but I thought it was an interesting question that really gives you the intimate side of a person to, wow, that sounds way too deep to what this is. So here's my question for you. What is one of your favorite movies in the world? I won't say the favorite, because when everyone says the favorite, there's a lot of pressure. But
Yeah. Yeah.
what is one
Like
of
the
you?
first one that comes to his mind. How's that
Yeah,
sound? Yeah.
because
There,
I feel
there's two that come to mind. Now I like weird shit, but like uh I'm not the biggest movie buff, but the first two that come to mind are you're gonna laugh at this one. I Robot. Uh, you know,
nice.
the weird CGI one. I don't know, that's always had a soft spot to me. And the other one is the film adaptation of The Road. You know that movie at all?
So you the road where
Yeah,
they
it's it.
he's journeying with this kid, right?
Yep, that one.
Oh my God, such a so I read I'm gonna be that guy for a second. I
Do
read
it.
that book. All right, so it is such an amazing storyline. Uh, and to watch like him and have you seen it, Jess and Janice?
Mm-mm.
Do you want
No.
to tell me the basic plot?
Sure.
Not you. Weftin, you want to tell them the plot? Do you remember the plot of the
Oh
road?
yeah,
Oh,
I do. Yeah, I
Not
do
the people who
remember.
haven't seen it.
So it's an adaptation. I'm trying so hard to remember his name, the writer.
Cormac McCarthy.
I
Cormac
don't know.
McCarthy. Cormac McCarthy. Yeah,
No.
Cormac McCarthy wrote that book, and it's a film adaptation of the book by the same name, The Road. And it's basically it's like the end of the world. There's civilization has collapsed, and I'll just go off of the book and not the movie. It's just listed as the boy and the man, and in the movie it's more like their father and son, but like they're just traveling to find like some sort of salvation across I think the country or
They're,
like
they're trying to get to warmer weather.
warmer weather. That's what it
They were
is.
in the cold part of the country and they were trying to make it to for the winter to make it to a warmer spot.
Yep, and all along the way they run into like bandits, and the you know the world's like I said, the world's like desolated, and the father is he got his own problems. I don't want to say too much because I'll give it away, but yeah, it's just a heart wrenching story. It really like it's really cool, and if you get the chance to read the novel, it's not like a regular novel. Where you have paragraphs and this and that. It's like the words, like one word will be here, and it's all lowercase. There's almost no punctuation. There's run-on sentences. It looks like it was written in the end times. But I really like Cormac McCarthy's stuff. Um, they say they're working on a Blood Meridian movie, so I'm really stoked about that. I hope they get it right because the road was. Usually I'm like, the book's better than the movie, but I don't know. The movie was right there for me. So
It was very good. I was impressed with the movie.
me too.
Very nice. So to bring it back to music, what was one of the maybe one of the first bands that really got you into music? Who was like when you were 3 or however old it was when you got into music? Who was that first band you heard and you were like, I fucking like music now? It was more
Oh,
than just background music.
oh yeah. Well, man, that's a really good question. That, so like I grew up like listening to what my parents listened to, and like my parents just listened to like folk and country and stuff like that. Um, I think the first, as early as I can remember, the first artist that piqued my interest, and I think I was like 5, was Loudon Wainwright the third. It's just he was like a he's still alive. He's like I think he's in his 80s now. Um, he I just really liked he had songs that were like serious, like you could tell like oh he was really sentimental with it. Even as a 5-year old, I'm like oh this is like he's sad. But then he had other songs where like he's just talking about like yeah like I had a kid and changing diapers sucks, and it's like he was always like funny, and like just his character like drew me in even as a young kid, and I didn't even know like I don't know he had this one song that I forget what it was. It was about something very adult, and my parents would laugh at me because they're like he doesn't know what that means, and I didn't, but it was just like I don't know. It was goofy to me. It was like you could sense the goofiness in him, and I don't know. Just a really great songwriter. That's the first like time I can remember, earliest I can remember getting into music, where I first was like, oh, I like music. This is like my world. You guys are gonna laugh at this one, but Guns N' Roses' "Use Your Illusion 2." I found it in my mom's CD stack, and I remember playing that CD over and over and over again until it skipped. And yeah, I don't know, it was just awesome. I never heard anything like it at the time. It was just fucking sick, like
They had some amazing. I mean, I
big
liked
time.
a lot of their music was amazing, especially at the time. When did you decide? Do you remember when? What your road to music was as far as playing music?
Oh
What got
yeah,
you to the point?
my road to music. I make no secret about it. I tell everybody. I always say it's like fate stepped in. I guess. I found a guitar in a dumpster. I was
Really?
so I've always been like a weird fucking kid, still am. Um, I used to go to, so I used to live in this community where we had like a little dump. It wasn't like a dump, but it was like, a bunch of dumpsters were there and like open shit. And me as a kid with a Razor scooter, I would go down there and like I'd find old radios and try to like take them apart and put them back together. And I didn't know what I was doing, but it was like cool to me. And I found a little acoustic guitar that only had like 3 or 4 strings on it. So I brought it home with me, and I remember like knowing nothing about it. I liked music at this point. I was like 13, I think. And I just was plucking at the strings with a quarter, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but this is cool. Like this is real cool. And I don't know, just after a while, I remember I didn't have a computer. I didn't have a computer or a cell phone until I was like well into high school. I think right before I graduated. Um, so I didn't have any help from the internet, but I learned from like a friend, like, oh, this is how you make a chord, and this is how, like, oh, this is how you play this. I didn't know notes. I didn't know anything. And then eventually my dad saw something in me where he's like, you really want to do this? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, okay, maybe we'll get you a real guitar. And then I think my it was like Christmas and my birthday together because my parents never had a lot of money. They're like, okay, here, we're gonna get you an electric guitar, and you better play it. You better play it. And yeah, still have it. I'm staring at it right now. So that was
That
my
is
road to
awesome.
music.
Very cool. So, what were some of your early bands that do you remember? What was your first band that you were involved in?
First, first ever band. It was me and my friend Tyler Orridge from I'm from Vernon, New Jersey, like way north. Um Mountain Creek Action Park. Me and my friend Tyler Orridge, I don't know where he's at nowadays, but he kind of played drums, and we were in this band called Uproot, and we played like, I don't know, like Friday, like a handful of times, and we had like 2 or 3 songs that I can't even remember, but that was like, okay, kind of like a band. And then I was in this other band called Hidden in Vanity. And then that one was like more of a serious thing, but then it devolved into just a bunch of kids just fucking around. And then from that was my first serious band, which was a progressive metal band called Parallel. Started off as like 6, 7 people, and then it ended up as a 3 piece. And I ended up learning how to sing and play guitar at the same time, which was unfathomable to me at the time. So it was a stepping stone for me.
Oh, it's me now. Is that what you're going to tell me, Eric?
No, I was giving you the pause. I wasn't going to call you
Usually
out.
he's like, Jess, are you going to answer your question? He doesn't even give me a second to think.
But you notice when I gave her a second to think, she attacked me on the fact that I was going to say something to her.
If he doesn't attack me first, I'm going to attack him. That's what we do.
We're a very
So
happy environment here, just.
some of your more known projects from, since I knew who you were like Public Serpents and Fat Chance and End Times. End Times just called it quits recently.
Yep, we
What,
did.
what's the story behind that?
Really, there's no mystery to it. It's like, and actually, well, I don't like to say it because it's never happy when a band that you like breaks up, especially one that you're in. But the story is, I'm happy that it's a normal story and not like, man, we fucking hate each other and fuck this guy and he ruined this and she ruined that. It's not that at all. It's just nobody really had the spark anymore. That was it. And we were kind of talking about, well, no, we didn't really talk about it. We just kind of like, when you can kind of like feel it across the room. It was like that. And I just remember we hopped on like a Teams call one night, which we never do, and then we were just like, okay, guys, like, uh, let's pack it in, man. Like, that's that. And then what does everybody feel? And everybody was kind of on the same page, and they're just like, yeah, whatever. So we all still like each other. I mean, I got no problems with anybody. I love all of those guys. You know, and whenever you're in a band, it's kind of like being married to a group of people. I've been in the End Times, I think 3 years, and they've been together like 5 or 6. So yeah, it felt kind of like it felt kind of like breaking up with somebody you really care about. But I'll be honest with you, I feel better that it's off my chest and that we all kind of did it together. It wasn't like, like I said, it wasn't negative in any way. I love all those guys, and I hope, maybe, who knows, maybe we'll get together again one day under a different name, or maybe, you know, maybe me and a couple of the other members will get together one day. I don't know, like, but only time will tell. But the point is, I'm happy for the time I've spent in the End Times. I'm happy to have left my mark on it, and I'm I'm just proud of everybody in that band. I really am. They're all great people.
Yeah, we've really enjoyed the music and getting out to see it live quite a few times.
Yep.
So it was nice to witness that. Are there any other
Mhm.
bands that you have been in the past that you can say that maybe one day you'll play again?
Oh yeah.
I'm not hinting
Yeah.
towards any.
Everybody everybody asked this question.
I
This
know.
this is this is the question. This is like my Bloodborne 2. Any nerds out there? Maybe like no. Okay, cool. Anyway, this is my Bad Boys 2. This is
All right.
like everybody has is Fat Chance coming back. I don't have an answer, but I will say me and Lacey kind of text here and there, and I get updates and everything, and it's nice to hear from them. Ferris is Ferris. He's never been good with the phone, so I don't. That's not a negative thing. It's and really I should reach out more to him honestly, because I know he's busy. He's got 2 kids. It's that's
Yeah,
ain't
when
nothing.
when you first went on a hiatus, what, they had one kid?
Yeah, they had one
Yeah.
kid, and they're new parents. I don't blame them for that. Okay, there was a little bit of tension. The camp that we had to drop off of. There was like a little tension, but I don't feel it anymore. That's I never wished bad on him. Yeah, okay, maybe I was a little frustrated, but never was I like fuck them. Like they're just trying to make it work. So. And like I said, I'm glad that we don't talk every day, but me and Lacey do talk, and hopefully Ferris will come around again. And who knows, maybe we will come again. I've said this before. It's like we're broken up, but it's not like it's kind of like when the Eagles broke up when they came back finally after all those years later. It's like we didn't break up. We just took a really long break. And so I might be gray by the time Fat Chance comes back, but well, I'm not. It's not off the table.
That's
Fun
good.
fact, I actually saw you play twice with Public Serpents, like way before I ever knew you.
I'm sure you did. Yeah, I played a lot in that band.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it, and then I went back through some pictures and videos, and I was like, "Holy crap, I know that dude."
Yeah, it was fun when it was fun, and then when it wasn't, it was time to leave. That was it. I could sit up here and throw smoke and throw shade, but I don't want to. They're doing their thing. Squirt seems like he's like happy with the project, and they're traveling all over. So I don't. I was mad before. I'm not mad anymore. It's let bygones be bygones. You know what? I'm happy that they're actually getting out there and they're doing as much as they are. And I mean, the lineup I think is completely different at this point. So hey, you know what? Get out there, because the music is actually fucking awesome. I got to be real. So I'm happy that I got to spend the time in that band. And again, like End Times, like I got to kind of leave my mark in it a little bit. Like played bass all over that album. So I'm proud for the things that I did. sucks it ended the way it did, but I got nothing negative to
So you
say
learned
anymore.
some things from it, did you not?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
And I'm
I
sure
learned.
that impacts why you do things the way you do them now.
Yep. And how you know, how I, not even just as a musician, as a person too. It's like, things, there's a lot of poor decisions and poor ways I conducted myself back then, even just how I talked to people. And it's all a learning experience. That's the thing. And it's like, and speaking of musicianship, that band really like kind of set the bar for me. I mean, the whole like looking at music differently, because when I started playing ska, like especially as a bass player, I'm like I didn't really get it. Like played more like a rock player. It was that band that was like, oh, I finally get it. Like the bass sits like it. Ska's really not guitar music; it's bass music. So it's drum music. It's the guitar is more like a feeling. So knowing that and having that guidance to like really like conduct the song, it it taught me a lot about composition, and it really like kind of paved the way for like how I write music now. So it like I said, I try to look at the positives.
There's a lot of them. I know your main focus the past couple of years has been the chemical imbalance.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had the pleasure of getting to sit down with you at two Camp Pennsylvanias and talk with you guys. We always have a blast when we get together. Tell us how your fun-loving attitude that you all have with one another makes this band so special and maybe different, and why you always end up sharing hot dogs.
I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen. Yeah.
I snuck that
So
in the outline, sorry.
it's all right. So I'm gonna start this off with a quote from one of my friends who I will leave unnamed because I know he would be embarrassed if I said this.
Do we know
Um,
him?
No, he's actually you might know him. He came to the Freudian after party. But he's like, you guys are a weird amalgamation of a band. You put your inside jokes on your t-shirts and you talk about them like everybody's into the joke. But really, you guys are just fucking idiots. Like, so like, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of true. I'm like, I guess it's just funny to us. So it's like, and then everybody, I don't know what it is. It's just the electricity of it. But to answer your question, going off of that, um, yeah, TCI was just a band. Like, okay, Fat was done, and I wasn't doing anything. I was just doing the end times. I was like, I really want to take this stuff out, and I just picked everybody that I could immediately think of. Like, and at the time, it was everybody who was in Fat or has been at Fat at that time. So, Joey, who played accordion, he's playing bass, and then Kyle, who was playing drums, he's playing guitar, and Danielle wasn't in Fat Chance. That's the only person.
Yeah, how did you find Danielle? She's a keeper. I want to hear
uh,
about this.
Before I was in the end times, I was a big fan. Saw their
Okay.
first show. Um, I was just really impressed. And I talked to everybody in the band except her because she's kind of quiet, and either until she gets to know you or you get a couple drinks in her, and then she'll
She's
turn
like
into a
Silent
more.
Bob. When she does talk, she says something great.
Oh yeah, no, I also say it's if Danielle's watching this, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say this. She is silently a motherfucker. Like this when she
I
warms
believe
up to
it.
it, when she warms up to her and her husband are just on some other shit. I love them both so much. It's like they're like cool people, but once you get comfortable with them, it's like, oh yeah, that's it. It's like animals. I love them both so much. Um, yeah, I met Danielle when I was seeing the end times as a fan, and then when I eventually joined the band, I got close with her, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, you're cool. And then I was gonna have somebody else play drums for Chemical Imbalance, but he was like, no. And then I asked a drummer I really really liked, who was like a crazy like prog metal drummer, because I was like, I need somebody really good. And he was gonna do it, but then he was like, I don't know about the whole ska thing. I was like, okay, well, I'm not changing the sound just for somebody. So I figured I'd ask her, and she was just like, "Yeah, okay." I was like, "All right, cool." And I don't know, End Times music is more like, I don't know. End Times music was more like telling a story, like keeping it real, like sticking to roots, but also kind of like sending some like weird shit in there. Whereas Chemical Imbalance is like, yeah, balls to the wall, spit in your face, burn it all down. And I was like, I didn't know what Danielle was gonna do, but then she came in, and I was like, okay, yeah, you're the keeper. You're no, like you're really good. Like I think I'm good. I'm not gonna audition another drummer.
Good choice. I'm a
Yeah,
Danielle
but
fan.
yeah, no, it's Danielle gang or die. Yeah, we I don't know. We all were friends before, and we, even Richie didn't play in Fat Chance. He was the merch guy for Fat Chance, but I knew he played guitar, and I knew that he's a good writer. Pulled him in, and even just like other shit, like besides everybody's like great at their instrument. Everybody, I'm being real. Like everybody in Chemical Imbalance are the best musicians that I know for this job specifically. I'm the weak link. I'm not a singer. Like, um, and it's just like, besides being great musicians, they're good at other things. They're good. Like Anton's good at keeping us in line, and Joey's good at like the weird ideas and like, no, it could be like this, and everybody plays another role. And I really like can't imagine this band with anybody else. And we just got a new member. I don't know if I told you.
No.
Yes, we did. We got Ken. He is Joey and Richie's friend. He also played in a couple bands that I know, Circuitry, and he had another band, like mainly metal stuff. But we got him to just kind of, because got another father in the band with Kyle. He's got a kid and a family and a life, and he's tied up. We figured, okay, we'll get somebody to, because we want to play with two guitars more often than not.
Yeah, because
We
you played with one at the last show you did for me, right?
Yeah, and we sound fine, but
Yeah.
I think Danielle said it. It's like we sound like us when we have two guitars. It's like, yeah, okay. So we figured, okay, we'll pull in Ken to, kind of be like, like a fill-in guy for live stuff. And we ended up just really clicking with him, and he was really, really cool. And he's helping write some of the new stuff right now. So uh we just kind of worked this thing out. We're like, okay, you know what? Ken's gonna be there when Kyle can't, and then when Kyle can make it, we're gonna play with three guitars. So screw it. Who cares?
Wow.
eh, I'm gonna have to bring my trumpet now. I don't even know how to play trumpet.
It's like Army of Darkness had two drum sets, like, and they have two
Yeah,
drummers.
right.
It's so crazy. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, and listen, the Scotalites were a band at one point. The ska orchestra, like, yes,
Mhm.
I don't care. And give me five more guitar players. Give me 10 more trombonists. Like, fuck it. I'll have somebody else sing for me. Like,
What you had mentioned a little bit ago about somebody being hesitant to play with you because it was ska music. For fun, what do you think is like ska has this hesitation, or it's kind of at times people don't listen to ska, almost find it like a joke?
Like he finds it that way.
What shit? Then you can explain. Why do you think that is?
so, oh God, this is a really good interview. You guys really got good since the first time. I'm glad.
That's
I'm
because
glad.
that's because I am the weak link here, Weftin, just like
Oh,
you.
we know that's not true, Jess. You are the
Yeah,
queen.
Oh, shush.
I was gonna say, yeah, that is not true. But if it makes you feel any better, this is what was told to me, because I always feel like, and not to get all wishy-washy, but more often than not in my life, I feel like I'm the smallest person in the room, like 95% of the time. Um, but as somebody once told me years ago, the best surround themselves by those who are better.
I love
And
that.
I kind of live my life by that now. And like, going back of what I said about TCI, they're all like, Joey's one of the best bass players I've ever met, and one of the best composers. Richie's one of the best like songsmiths I've ever seen. Ken's an amazing guitar player, and Kyle's an amazing producer and songsmith and guitar player, and Danielle's great. Everybody's fantastic, and I feel like the weakest link, but I feel a little bit stronger surrounded by everybody. It's like you can feel it in the room. It's like even if you don't feel like you're on their level, it's like, well, we're all in a room for the reason. So we're all doing this thing together. So I must be on, I must be doing something right, you know? Um, but yeah, Ska, let's talk.
Like,
Why
my
are
kids,
you leading the war on Ska, dude?
yeah, my
Why
kids
am I?
laugh at me for listening to ska. It's like a family joke that I enjoy ska. Why is that?
So this is one thing I've kind of gone back and forth. Now, just for the record, I don't hate ska. I really don't. I have opinions about it, but I don't hate it.
Ooh.
I think that ska was one of those things, as a white guy here, let's just say, um, ska was one of those things that came from the islands. It was protest music. It was, it was like really underground, and it has a very eclectic history that I'm not even entirely like, qualified, I guess, because again, white American man, whatever. I feel a little out of my lane every time I talk about it, so I'm not going to try to get into the specifics, but I feel like it came from like a deep place, and it raised up, and it came to all this stuff, and then at some point it got like commercialized, I guess, for lack of a better term. And then at that point, it's like when we kind of hit like a plateau, it's like, I don't know why. Maybe it's just because the syncopated beat, it's like hyper polka at certain times. Uh, and I guess you can blame the 90s for it, where, as
That's
much,
where I was going actually. So yes.
yeah, I guess you can blame the 90s for it, where it's like, yeah, okay, you got songs about beer and girls and like, nobody likes the nice guy and this and that. And it's like, it's cool. I'm not saying it's bad by any means. I'm just saying, like, I guess like somebody can perceive that as goofy or shallow topics or whatever. Um, and I guess that's just a stigma that the genre has yet to shake, because it's like I said, if you peel back the layers and you look into the history, it comes from a very deep and heartfelt place. And it was, is it is a great form of music. It just has such a interesting, weird history. But I feel as though we might break it. Um, I actually had this conversation with somebody before, similar, like, oh yeah, like the ska thing. Um, I know everybody says like, oh yeah, we're on the fourth wave, or we're going into the fourth wave, or the fourth wave is coming. I don't know about that. I think the genre, because this genre especially has evolved so much, it I think I think we're headed for another evolution. I mean, listen to some of the bands out there now. You guys have interviewed plenty of them at this point. Some of them, it's like, okay, yeah, you could easily write it off as like poppy, third wave inspired, or whatever they're calling it nowadays. But really, there's been a lot of cool bands in the last like couple of years that I heard where I'm like, yeah, it's ska, but it's different. Like I don't know. Like I can't put my finger on it. Certain bands, but if they want to play like the poppy third wave stuff, hey, whatever. Play play what you want.
And
And for the record, who gives a fuck what you call it?
that's
New
fair.
tone, Metallica, like whatever, dude. Just play something you like.
Why do we
Stand by
have to
Phil.
label things?
Yeah,
Some people-
I gotta
I'm
find out which one's the smoked paprika. I don't want the hot paprika, and I don't want the sweet paprika. Like it's all red.
like I was alive in the 90s and enjoyed the 90s ska. But I think to some point, yeah, well, but I think to some point you're right. I think the movie was it Pick It Up brought up a
I
good
think
point
so.
that what happened, like what got caught on to was it was almost like at one point ska was like the response at that point in time to like the grunge Seattle, Kurt Cobain killed himself, and people were like, okay, we've been dark for a while, let's do something fun, and Real Big Fish got big. So like that's once, and for whatever reason, as far as ska goes, that part of ska is what people have latched onto, which is still a fun, enjoyable part of ska. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that, but that's what people think of. They don't think of what, to your point, we're seeing now too, which is maybe going back a little bit. We're seeing the political side, the side of ska that, like, that started, which was there's meaning to these songs, and it's not just a joke about mozzarella cheese sticks again, but like there's other things going on here. So, that'd
Why
be.
did you have to say the word cheese? Why don't you just say mozzarella sticks?
Why did you say that? Oh my God. So have you been talking to my girlfriend Amanda? Because like she
Yeah,
corrected me on that, like literally just corrected me on that
it was
2 days ago.
weird.
2 days ago, she's like, that's redundant. Mozzarella is a
It
cheese,
is.
and
Yeah,
you're saying
I
cheese.
agree with Amanda.
Wow.
It's like saying
Philly
uh
cheesesteak. I hate when people say that.
Philly cheesesteak or cheese quesadilla or chai tea, my favorite.
Why
Chai
would
tea.
I mean? There's a wow. I am not going to tell Amanda we had this conversation because she bullied me about this when I
Was
ordered. I
she
went through
not
the
sitting
drive.
right there?
I went. No, she's taking a bath, so I'm safe
Yeah.
right now. But she
I'm
will
gonna
enjoy
text
the
her.
fact that you called me out on this,
Cool.
which really just railroaded everything. I was having a deep, passionate moment, and you were like,
What we
"What
do.
the fuck were you redundant, man?" All right, all right. So I guess I'm done. Oh wait, it's my turn.
It was your turn in the outline. You just went somewhere else.
Oh, I just went rogue again. So hey, I was thinking. Uh, So a minute ago, you were talking about when we interviewed you, or Jess was talking about when we interviewed you at Camp Punk.
Janice.
You have been at Camp Punk how many years? How many years has Chemical Imbalance played?
Chemical Imbalance has played since year 3, but I have been to every single camp. I played every single camp too, just with different bands. Been there since the beginning. Riot Squad's my family at this point. There's
How
just
did that connection happen?
it happened because when I was in Public Serpents, we were touring around a lot, and we were just like doing the band thing, like okay, like hitting up different promoters, different people who can get us shows because we were hungry, and like we would take like a garage show, we would take like whatever, like before we started like really traveling. Um, and we were like, oh, we want to go to Buffalo. I remember our first run actually was it was Buffalo, Detroit. Uh, yeah, I think it was Buffalo, Detroit, Ohio. I think the Stoop in Ohio, and then we came back home or something like that. And the Buffalo contact was Laura, and everybody talked like, oh yeah, she's the one you want to talk to about getting a show. And then that's how I met the Working Class Stiffs, and I just like, oh, we just had the same shitty sense of humor, and like I was like, oh, these guys are cool. And we played at this place called the Wastelands. It was like the remains. It was an outdoor show. It was like the remains of like an office building. It looked like somebody cleared it and it made a parking lot, and there's all like weeds everywhere. And it started raining during our set, I remember. But I ended up really liking all of them, and yeah. And then I think for a while, Laura was our ipso facto manager or actual manager. I don't know. I didn't handle that side of things, but ended up getting kind of close with her. And then I was just like, hey, I'm in this other band, Fat Chance, and maybe, we can get on this Camp Punk thing. And she ended up really liking us. And then the rest is history. We were just said she met the rest of the guys and got close with all of us. And camp was first camp, Pennsylvania, even though it was kind of shoddy, they were just trying to make it work. It's still like one of my favorite years. No phone service, middle of nowhere. There was an actual literal cult on the ground.
Nice.
that had us all. We weren't scared. We were just like, okay, like that's where the whole "this is a cult" thing comes from. Because we've had a run-in with a cult the very first year. But yeah, from that first camp, I was like, I think I'm gonna be talking to all these people for a very, very long time. So, and I'm glad to know that I was actually right about that one.
That's awesome. And you can correct me in history here if you want to, or if I'm wrong, not if you want to, but if I'm wrong, correct me. I will give you my version of a little bit of the history of Camp Punk. Uh,
Okay.
I remember, so I went to in Ohio, there was Camp Anarchy or Camp Punk and Rebel. Like, is it kind of like a combo thing, I think, that
Okay.
happened for a couple years. And if I'm wrong, once they stopped doing that for a little bit, uh, I believe they picked up and said, okay, well, let's do something. And they did Camp Punk that first year. Am I correct or am I totally off base?
Nah, I don't
Close.
know. I don't know anything.
Just because I was in the Camp Anarchy like Facebook groups, and that's kind of those transformed into the Camp Punk groups at one point.
I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's
That
where
was.
the idea came from.
Okay.
Laura has told me this.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where
But
my memory gets shoddy because like I said, I was there for the beginning, but not the very, very beginning.
yeah, and it
Like,
didn't happen within a year either because COVID happened. They had like a lot of time to plan
mm,
and get that
I
first
do
one going. I
do
wasn't up
remember
there for
that
the
being a
first
part of
year.
it.
Wouldn't it happen before COVID or no?
No, because the
Are you
first one
sure?
happened in 2021.
Oh,
I went to my first one in
2021 was
2022.
COVID. Are you sure it was
COVID
2020?
was 2020. The first one happened in
No, COVID.
21. I believe.
When was it, guys? Because COVID started in 2020. In 2021, weren't we still in the midst of?
No, my first show back was 2021, and I think that's when the first camp was too, because I went to the second camp in 2022.
All
So
right,
it had to be.
somebody get Laura on this thing real quick.
Laura, where you
Yeah,
at?
right.
I'm telling you right now, it was
I'll believe you. I mean, I'll
2021.
believe. I will not disagree with you,
How
Laura.
about I go look it up? But I know I'm right.
You just look up camppunksylvania.com, I think.
Yeah.
uh, could pull that up. Laura's a little hard to get a hold of.
Yeah,
That'd
she
be
is.
cool. I was gonna
She's
say, I'm
busy.
like, yeah, she's busy. She got a life,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah, she has a lot going on. And she's a new man.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
looks like okay.
Happy
It
for
looks
her.
like you're right. It was 21. Is that what you said?
Yes, that's what I said.
With queers headlining.
Yep, yep. The queers, and it was
Voodoo
supposed to
Glow
be big.
Skulls played.
Who?
Voodoo Glow Skulls, right?
Yep, they were the third day headliner, I believe.
Mhm.
There's question marks on the thing that I'm. Wow, that was just blurry. So that must have been Voodoo Glow Skull. So hey, aren't it's happening again this year, isn't it? Anybody know when it's happening?
Yeah, Father's
Every.
Day weekend.
I was
Yep.
trying to let our guests explain that.
Oh, you said anyone.
Oh,
You should
okay.
have
It's
said
okay.
you
I
I
should have
was
knew
been
gonna
you
say.
knew because
specific.
you put it in the outline and told me to ask him about it.
No, I didn't. I told you to share the dates.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I was gonna take a long pause, and I was like, yeah, I don't know the date, but yes, Father's Day weekend,
Wefton will
and
not be there. He will never be anywhere.
I'm never there. No,
He's
I
not
don't know
here
what you're
right
talking
now.
about. I've
when is
actually been
Father's
locked.
when is Father's Day weekend? In case you're not a dad or you don't care when Father's Day weekend is.
Oh, I'm not a dad. I do care about Father's Day weekend. That's in July,
Did you say
June,
June 19th through 21st? Is that what you
June.
said?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I think
think
it's the
so.
June 19th to the 21st.
Yeah, you care about farmers.
Where's it going to be at this year? Do you guys know?
Same place as we have been the last 3, 4 years or something. Or I keep saying we. I'm not part of the crew.
I mean, you've been there, so it's fair. And
Yeah, yeah. I just don't want to steal anybody's thunder because I don't actually do work. I just show up and I drink beers all weekend. But like, and then I
Me
kind of
too.
play a show. But yeah, it's the Gilbert County Fairgrounds
West
in
End Fairgrounds in Gilbert,
West End.
PA.
Yeah. There ain't no way I was gonna say any of this. I was gonna, yeah, it's in Gilbert, and I think it's in July, but it's
It's
not in
in the
July.
middle of
It's in,
nowhere.
yeah, it's a good venue. I mean, every year it gets a little bit bigger, and like I said, I'm forever proud of those girls for making this whole thing happen. And it's like there is a weird magneticism about camp. It's like once you go, it's like all of a sudden it's like, wait, I want to go every year now. Like
Yeah.
it that I think that's the biggest thing, that it's kind of like the untold lore of, or it's not untold, or it's not lore. It's like the untold thing. It's like you got to go there to really get it. It's like once you go, you're like, oh, this is awesome. Like, oh, I'm gonna come back, and it's not that, it's not that expensive, and you feel welcome, you feel safe. I don't know. I've been to a lot of other festivals. It's nothing really ever felt like this one. And it's not because they're my friends. It's because it's true. If it sucked, I'd be like, yeah, it's my friend's festival. Fuck it, whatever. But no, no. Everybody works their asses off, and everybody's very happy to be there. So I'll say it with my whole chest. I am Riot Squad till I diet squad.
We got quiet. Should I do that thing where I call
Ooh.
Oh, when is it? Shit, it's me. I'm calling myself out. Fuck. I mean, shoot. Uh, so
Oh, was
every
I not supposed to curse this entire time?
No,
no,
you can curse as much as you want.
Oh, hell yeah.
Come on now.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm Jersey. I'm a
Act
little
like
bit
you
of a
know me,
dirtbag.
dude.
uh, blind tickets go on sale Black Friday. So
Yes.
this is one of those festivals I know you just talked to, and I've only been there once, but I will speak to my 1 year, and we'll hold fast. This is one of those festivals, regardless of who's playing, it's just fun to be there. So regardless of if it is, I'm not going to make names up, but if it is a huge band that sells out arenas, or the
Mhm.
uh, the headliner is somebody who usually brings in 30 people, it doesn't really matter, because to be there in that community is what I really feel like is an amazing time, to be around the folks who show up, to be around the people who are there, and just to be part of it, regardless of what bands are playing. People should just show up and just take it in as a scene.
I agree with that, but I'm going to add something onto that. A lot of people are like, oh, these bands aren't big enough on some of these bands. And my favorite thing about camp is I walk away with a bunch of new discoveries every year I go. Like,
Mhm.
I'm going to camp and I know I'm finding new bands to love. And you know what? I don't want to listen to the same bands all the time. I want to discover new bands. So, Laura and Terry do a great job of bringing those bands in front of us.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that.
It's like I say, it's almost like, huh, that's like the point of a festival, not just this one,
Exactly.
anyone. It's like,
People want
I
to see
love,
Pennywise everywhere they go. And I love Pennywise, don't get me wrong, but go see them
yeah.
somewhere else.
It's like, yeah, it's like I said, it's like, dude, like if you want to go see that band, wait until they're in your town, then go
Yeah.
see them. But like the point of a festival is like you're going to see random bands that you don't know. And that's like one of the things about today that like it kind of bothers me about like, and I'm young, I'm in my 30s, but like
Yeah.
it kind of bothers me about like kids these fucking days. No, it's just that like people just kind of want what they want, and they don't want to have it any other way. They're not even open minded enough to like, okay, I'll give this band a shot. And I
Hmm.
think that's something that people need to do more, is just be like, instead of being like, I don't know who that band is, fuck them, like whatever. Just be like, I don't know who this band is. Okay, you know what? I'm here all weekend. Let's give it a shot. Because the best part about a festival, if you don't like the band, you can just walk away. You can be okay, yeah,
Yeah.
you know what?
And you're going to have
Fine.
a great time because your friends are there. You're just, you're hanging
Oh
out, you're
yeah.
having a good time.
Yeah, I have a couple years on you guys as far as age goes, and I was going to shows before, like you could go to Spotify or the internet and check bands out. And this is how you learned about bands. You went to shows, and like you went to see this band, and there was five other bands before them, and you went over the merch table and bought their albums, because you're like, who the fuck was that? Like, oh my God, I want to like listen to this band more. And that's some of the excitement of discovering new bands, is to see them in the environment, see them live. I feel like you get a better feel for bands when you get the chance. It is amazing. I've got so many bands I love because I heard them like streaming, or I've heard them on their albums. But there are so many bands that I've never heard of that I saw live. And I was like, oh my fucking God, this is now one of my favorite bands. Just watching this set. It's a whole different energy when you get to discover bands live.
Big time. It's I want to actually, one of my earlier memories before I think I just started playing music. I wasn't in a band or anything, but I remember, like I said, I didn't have a computer or a phone, and smartphones were kind of just getting their start. Um, I didn't have any of that until like senior year of high school. And I remember in Vernon, there was, well, yeah, what they call it, the Flats or something like that. Or was it the Flats or was it, I think it was at Mountain Creek. They had it in the little village there. I could walk to it from my house. I couldn't even drive at the time, but I saw this band called the Venetia Fair. They're like kind of like a emo, like kind of crazy, like circus rock band from Maryland. And at the time, me who's never even left my hometown, I was like, from Maryland, that's forever away, dude. And like they totally blew my mind. It was just like with the keyboards and they were climbing on the scaffolding and the singer stuffing the mic down his throat and going like just like swinging it around like inches away from your face. And I just remember at the end, like them coming off the stage, like drenched in sweat. And I was like, that was so awesome. Like I can't believe what I just saw. And I bought all their records and I've bought a t-shirt that I lost, unfortunately. But yeah, that feeling of like, I would have never known about that band, but I'm glad I just took a chance and I saw this and I still listen to that band. And I don't even think that they're a band anymore. They should get back together. Like, they were awesome.
I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but who was that band you played with at Mill Hill? Do you remember
Oh,
this, Janice?
oh,
Oh, from the little children or little
Yeah.
girls or
Like
oh
the
my
one just
God.
like kept staring at me the whole time. I thought I was gonna die that night, but it
Was it
was
like
it was a
lovely
great
little girls?
experience.
oh,
Lovely little girls.
lovely little girls. I
Yes.
love them.
That was so awesome.
That was
A bit creepy, but awesome.
bizarre and wonderful.
That was a highlight for me. That was a like for a lot of us. I think mainly for me, Joey, and Richie, because we all like the weird music and everything. Um, Joey introduced me to them like years ago, and I was like, this is weird, dude. I love this. It's like jazz, it's like art rock, it's like it's so strange, and it's like to actually like see them in the flesh, play
Mhm.
with them, and just like see them do their whole shtick. I was like, this is awesome. Like, this is who I want to play with, dude. Not saying I don't want to play with ska bands. It's always fun to play like that. It's always fun to play punk and metal shows, and we've been playing a lot of metal shows late recently. Come to think of it, um, but it's like just seeing like the stuff that you don't like. Hey, you don't see that every day. That was so awesome. I felt like a kid in a candy store, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I
Janice
love.
and I left and we were just like, what the fuck just happened? That was so cool.
they that's be honest with you guys, like if you want to know my daily listening habits of like what I just listen to for fun, that's kind of like what I listen to. Like what I was going to say about Camp Punksylvania and everything when Eric was saying like, oh yeah, or it was you, Jess, where you said like people, oh yeah, well I don't know these bands, none of these bands are big enough, I don't know. It's like, bro, like I don't even listen to all those bands,
I
even the
know, right?
headliners. I didn't know who what was the one year they had it? I one of the headliners they had one year. I didn't know who they were,
The
and everybody
Suicide
was like,
Machines. You didn't know them, did you?
"Oh, yeah, yeah, no, I don't know them at all." Like, yeah, no, I love those guys. Um, yeah, no, it was one of the headliners, and I was like, everybody's like, "How do you not know this band?" I'm like, I don't listen to this music, I just don't.
Uh-huh.
And it's something actually in the past that people used to say about me all the time. Well, maybe not all the time, but every once in a while, somebody would be like, man, you're a poser. Like, you play ska punk, but like you don't listen to it that much. You don't even know. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I tried and I do like it, but it's like the stuff that really like moves me is like that stuff. It's like you don't see it every day, you don't hear it every day. And hey, don't worry about what I listen to. I always say worry about what I make. Making it with. I think that's why TCI is the way it is. Why I write the way I do is because I'm like I'm always trying to push it some way. Not that I want to be a trailblazer, but it's like remember what was the movie Happy Gilmore? Not Happy Gilmore. What
Gilmore
the?
too.
No, 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 no. It's one of the Adam Sandler movies where he's going back to school. Billy Madison.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that was a great movie.
Billy Madison, where he's in like the second or third grade, and she goes, a duck's not blue, and he goes, yeah, I know a duck's not blue, but I only had a blue crayon, and to be honest with you, I just wanted to see a blue duck. That's kind of how I write music for TCI or anybody really. I know it's not right. I just wanted to see a blue duck. You know, that's my blue duck.
I heard, so we were listening, well, we all, two of us, three of us, maybe, I don't know. I'm going to shut up now and go on. But Vic from the Slackers, and I've heard him say this a few times, said, I think when we saw him on Matt's podcast, it's like, it doesn't matter. You like what you like. So whatever you listen to and you like, that's what you like, whether or not it's ska or whoever's headlining this or that. Like, there's been stuff that I've went to see where I'm like, I don't even know who this headliner is, but I've heard this other band and like I enjoyed them. So I'm gonna go to this concert and just check the stuff out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. I agree with that. Yeah, Vic's always, he's always had a cool way of thinking about things. He had one hot take that I heard him say on an interview or through his Instagram one day. It was something along the lines of like, oh yeah, like, you know, people want to be different, but then they like stay the same. I don't want to speak for him because I might be getting it wrong, but I've always kind of been on Vic's side with like the way he thinks about stuff. But I couldn't agree more with that. You like what you like, and I think the big thing for me is like not even just as a musician, just as a music enjoyer, if there's any tip or any advice I could give to anybody, like even the younger me who was like, I only listen to metal, bro. Like, uh, it's just to stay open-minded. Like, yeah, you could be the ska kid. You could be, you wear the fedora and the checkerboards and hey, pick it up like everywhere you go and, be insufferable. Like there's plenty of them out there, but
It's
it's like, if your goth girlfriend brings you to like the industrial show, like I'm not saying you're not going to like it or that you will like it, but give it a chance, stay open-minded because who knows, like maybe one day when you get older and you have kids, they're going to be into stuff that you hate, then you're going to have to accommodate them anyway. Or you might run into somebody new that's not into ska and you get to do that to them. They're like, hey, this is the stuff that I like. It's just fun. It's I don't know, music's just fun, no matter what it sounds like.
I think music hits you differently at different stages in life. Like so for the longest time, like I was ska or die, and I still am ska or die. I love ska, but like if you every year when my little Spotify rap come out, our rap would come out and be like ska punk, old ska. You also like ska, you know what I mean? Like it would be going forward, and like, and I've recently discovered like I've gone back to like early 2000s, and I'm starting to get into like I've hit like my late 20s, early 30s, like angst stages in life. I'm older than that, but that's where I'm at in life now. So like some of the old pop punk bands that like I never gave a chance and never heard of, like I'm listening, I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty good. I like this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think different stuff, depending where you are at life, will hit you differently too.
Big time. I'm a big fan of I used to do it a lot, but I don't know, I just don't get out enough anymore. But I used to go into CD shops and record stores and just buy whatever looked cool, and then I'd go home and like I would like never hear of the band, and that's how I got into a lot of the stuff that I'm into now. Um, Actually, that's kind of how I got into Mongolian throat singing, which, by the way, I was just lifting weights to the other day. I
Nice.
highly recommend it. But I never thought I'd be into that kind of music, but it's like, yeah, it's just by like what we were saying, like taking a chance and like don't let don't let don't let you define you is something that comes like that's something that I think needs to be. Don't let yourself get ahead of yourself. Like you're saying, like yeah, I'm ska or die, still am, but I gave something else a check. Checked something else out, and it's like oh now I'm into this, and one fish leads to the other. It's who knows, maybe you'll be into like freeform jazz in a year if if you keep going down the rabbit hole. Like how many degrees of Kevin Bacon can you do, it's I don't know, it's like I said, staying open-minded and not letting yourself just be one thing. Like we are many things as humans, and I think that our music taste should reflect that. So
No, I would agree. And I think that depending on where you're at in life and your mindset and what's going on, like different things hit you differently at different points. Uh,
yeah.
I'm Jess, please do not kick me off this podcast where I'm about to say,
What are
okay.
you gonna do?
I'm
Oh
not
boy.
doing anything really bad, but I'm like the where I'm at in life right now, like the more aggressive like punk ska stuff and the like her like isn't what I listen to on a daily basis. I'm getting more into like rock steady and the
There you
easier
go.
stuff. 'Cause that's
Why
just
would I kick you off the podcast for that?
I'm just clarifying. I'm not
You're
saying,
so weird.
oh, you call me weird in front of a live
I
audience.
did.
Yeah, nice.
That's okay because we're all
Nobody
I'm
weird.
is
gonna have to have a
shocked.
whole other
We're all
fucking
fucking
therapist
weird.
session with my therapist. You owe me $50 for my therapy session.
You owe me $50.
Now I'm gonna have to go to therapy. I don't know where I was going. I'm so shattered now, Jess. I don't.
Oh, please, you'll get over it.
All right.
Workman's comp.
Ooh, is that a thing, Jess? Can I get workman's comp from you?
Workman's
Can you get-
comp.
Please, I don't even fucking pay you or myself. What are you talking about?
Oh shit! So it's a Ponzi scheme.
Oh shit.
I
Wow.
mean, I guess technically I
Exactly.
own part of the company, so
The
I would
Ska
be.
Ponzi scheme.
Should be the Skaga Ponzi scheme. Yeah, that was terrible. I take that back.
Can you spell that for us? Because if we're
Yeah,
gonna
really.
do the podcast out, we'd probably need to spell it.
So SKAGAZE.
Ska.
GA. Ponzi. You
And
have
then
to say
scheme.
Nice.
Skaga Ponzi's.
Can we
I'm
read
gonna
it?
change the name of the Instagram tonight and see who notices.
Jeff, are you listening? I love you. I just remembered that what we were talking about Jeff, who like, oh yeah, like
After 9:30. No.
Oh yeah, Jeff's on, and there's actually another question in there from a Pat. This goes back to earlier. I missed it. Sorry. Chemical Imbalance is awesome. Love you guys. Shit, didn't know
That's
you were
a
in Public
statement.
Serpents too. Did you do vocals for them?
no, I did not. There was one time Squirt couldn't make it to rehearsal, and I kind of imitated him, and then we all had a laugh about it because I guess I imitated him really well, and we were like, yeah, we don't fucking need him, but like that's the closest I ever did to doing vocals. I only back when it was cool to cover Choking Victim and everything, we did Crack Rock Steady, and me and Ferris did the verses. So I think I did the second verse. So it was fun. Yep. Yeah. Lots of fun times. But yeah, I was just the bass player.
Just the bass player.
Just the bass player. I jumped around a lot.
Hmm.
Speaking of jumping around a lot, Janice, that's going to be your segue.
Okay.
I'm trying to help you. I know.
I wasn't sure if we closed up all the Riot Squad Media
No,
Camp Punk stuff.
So I
Or
thought
if we're even using an outline anymore because
my
Eric
job
was
on the
kicked out off
podcast
of it.
is to look at the outline and go way off of it and see if you guys can bring it back around.
You're doing great. Okay.
We got this.
All right. So coming back around, last time we talked, TCI had just released your new EP, All That You Love Is All That You Own. And the record release show was actually at camp. It closed out camp. So let's talk about that set because that was so much fun. That was such a great
Rub
night.
it
There
in.
were bubbles everywhere. It was phenomenal.
Yeah. For the record, we didn't. Well, when we said it was like I said it on stage, I'm like, we're gonna treat this like our record release show. We kind of wanted to do like an actual record release like beforehand, but the record was taking so fucking long, and we were just like, okay, fine, whatever, put it out. And we're like, okay, well, what's the next show we have coming up? And it's like, yo, camp's coming up in like a couple of months. It's like, okay, well, what time are we playing? Oh, we were like the second to last band. It was like, who cares, man? Yeah, think cool. It like I thought we were gonna play in the middle of the day, and then I was like, okay, then we'll do something else. But yeah, we treated it like that. And the second we told everybody about like, yeah, we're gonna treat it like a record release, they really went all out. It, like you said, Bubbles, Mackenzie with the friggin' t-shirt cannon, like like shoot, that was crazy. Everybody's bellies out. Like I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like, um, that show means a lot to me. I kind of expressed this before to a couple people there. I actually, right before we went on, I started to have like a crazy fucking anxiety attack. Um, because I was thinking just like what it took to get up to this point. It, and anybody who's been following me for an extended period of time, like a lot of shit has happened to me, and a lot of like back and forth, and like all I want to do is just like write music and like have fun, and especially with writing my own stuff, which on All That You Love Is All That You Own is all just it's all solo stuff. Like I wrote everything on there, but we're all playing on it. Um, it was just like a really tough moment. Not tough in a bad way, but it was just a very like tense moment. And I guess being overstimulated by everything, uh, it was just it was overwhelming. But I felt so comfortable, like so comfortably uncomfortable. We played I Wish I Had the Balls to Kill Myself, the one song off of there, which was the first song I ever wrote solo, which I guess I always say that's like the birth of TCI was that song. And I don't know, just like standing on that stage with everybody, it kind of like like I started sobbing and I couldn't believe it. Like I was like I actually felt like worthy in that moment, and it was beautiful. And I'll never forget coming off the stage and just like I thought I was the only one. Like everybody was crying, and they're like, I forget who said it, but they were like, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that beautiful before. Like, and to be honest, we fucking sucked. Like we were messing everything up, but like it was awesome. Like it, I
If you messed anything up, I didn't notice it. It was
yeah.
great from where I was.
It's kind of just been like the whole like mantra of the whole band where it's just like raw energy no matter what it is. Like the band's based around mental health and like being better, trying to do better, not letting your mistakes and your shortcomings like define who you are. Like as long as you are aware and willing to change and you want to change, you can change and you can be better and you can you know you can be better than what everybody thinks of you, what you think of the world. Like you can be your own hero. And I don't know, I guess I've always believed in that message, still do. I guess it really didn't like hit me with all of its weight until that night. And yeah, that show still to this day I think is the best show I've ever played in my life. Like out of all the bands I've ever played, and I've played on humongous stages and I played to four people, but like I think that's the best show I've ever played.
Of course, you
Yeah.
fucking missed that show.
Man, I get a little teary eyed just thinking about it. I'm sorry about that.
That's understandable. I mean, it was a really big moment, and the crowd was definitely feeling it too.
Yeah. Now I got to top it. now we got to do better.
Well, do you have any other shows coming up?
Yeah, we do. We got one. What's today? The 13th? Yeah, today's the 13th. We got one in Asbury Park at the Berkeley Hotel with Third from the Sun and a couple other bands. I can't remember everybody's name right now, but we're headlining that show. It should be fun. It's the 22nd, Saturday. Saturday?
I think it's a Saturday.
I'm asking my girlfriend. Yeah,
Oh,
Saturday.
hi, Liz. Is Liz there?
Yeah.
I've been here the
Hi.
entire time. I've been playing video games in the background.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's up?
I was just like, hey, I gotta do this interview. Just shh.
I'm glad I didn't say anything bad about her, dude.
I can start now.
Oh,
I would
have that
never, ever,
conversation?
ever. I love Liz.
Okay.
Oh, I know. I love you too, Jess. Also, if he's gonna say anything bad about me, it's to my face. It's all good.
No, I said I'm glad I didn't, but I would
I have
never
a
say
gun in my
anything bad about
pocket.
you.
I have a gun in my pocket. It's just off camera.
okay.
Good job,
Get
Liz.
back in the shark suit. Nah, okay. Yeah, you could. I mean, you could do it. Oh, that's supposed to be our thing.
Fuck you.
Okay. Anyway, yes.
Well, it's live for everyone to see now.
Yeah,
Everyone knows you're holding a gun wherever you go now.
yeah, yeah. I'm. I can't keep that motherfucking thing on me. No, I'm very anti-gun. I don't like guns at all. Actually, my brother, on the other hand, he is guns god government. Hickville, New Jersey. He just had a kid. I'm an uncle now, by the way, so that's a good thing. We'll talk about
Is
that.
Congrats. I hope, never mind.
Congratulations. Do you
Thanks.
find it weird? Like, shoot, we're gonna take. You said your brother, right? Let's take him out of what I'm about to say for a second, because I don't
Mhm.
want. But I always find it odd that God and guns go together, and like
Yeah,
as a movement. Like, and this is a guy who like I. I'm not getting into a big. I am pro God.
that's
I'm
totally
a
fine.
God-fearing man, but as a God-believing man, like I don't get where as a movement, like God and that type of stuff, they go together. It's a weird combo, but it's a true combo.
Yeah, it's always a weird thing. And yeah, for the record, it's like I don't hate religion or shit on anybody who believes in anything. Like I always say, I think let's leave religion out of it. I think faith doesn't mean that it has to be in a god or like a deity. It could be in your kids, it could be in your music. I think faith is a lovely thing when you can use it, and if it's helping you and it's making you, and the power to believe is something that is just so like it's so like insurmountably like powerful, like when you have it in you. And I always appreciated that. I always say I'm agnostic because I don't want to put a label on anything. And I all throughout my life I never really gave it much thought. My mom is when she became sober, through 12-step program, she got really into religion and it really helped her. And me and my mom, we don't have the greatest relationship, but I am glad that it pulled her from a dark place. And that's kind of like what exhibited to me the power to believe and the power of faith. And she always said that she's like, I can't believe I'm going to give my mom credit right now, but my mom always said, she goes, God is, God guides me, but my kids keep me grounded, and that was us three. So yeah, I think faith is a great thing, but yeah, to go off the point, it it's it's just weird. Like when, yeah, like you said, I agree with you that like people like they say like guns, God, and government. I'm like, I don't know why all three of those mix because they're all vastly different things.
And honestly, they shouldn't mix. Like for
Yeah, I
argument's sake, like
agree.
they there is like each one of those things has a system in place that they should not mix. That's and a lot of
Mhm.
the idea of all three is that they don't like
Yeah,
coexist as a group.
I just don't get that. It's so yeah, the thing I have with guns and everything is I don't know. Like I do think that everybody should know how to defend themselves. My dad used to say when I was younger, you gotta know how to take a punch as much as you can throw one. And I think that there's some truth in that. But I don't know, like the whole like idea, like I always say, like take for example like an axe. Like I like things that it is more than just a one-sided thing. Like an axe can be used to cut down trees and it can be used to hunt. It's got multiple things. Guns, it's just like that's just meant to kill, man, and it's just meant to instill violence. And I don't know. I'm just like the older I get, the more of a hippie I become, I guess. And I don't want to fight. I'm very non-confrontational, and guns are kind of like just even just like the image of a gun is just so negative. I just don't like it.
I would agree. Now that I've turned the point of the our podcast around here for a second, but
Yeah, really, Eric.
I don't know. I don't see the overall benefit to society in them. Like, let's be honest, a bunch of people with rifles is probably not going to take over our government, which was the right of the amendment is that we have a right to bear arms. So when something like Donald Trump comes into power, we can defend ourselves, right? Like that was the
Yeah.
point. And at this point in time, like with what is out there in times, me sitting out there with like my deer rifle, I don't have a deer rifle, but a deer rifle like is not going to defeat the US Army.
Yeah, no, that's like you said, it's like, yeah, we had the right to bear arms just in case tyrants like this came in, but now look at it, it's like I don't know, it's just like it's the I always say it's the whole like this old thing. Oh yeah, I've had this thing forever. How many times have you shot it? Oh, once. Yeah, I took it to the range once. I'm like, okay, well, are you gonna use it? Like even if I owned a gun, I would never use it, and I don't like keeping things that I don't use. And I've found more often than not people who own guns like they don't, not saying anything they like we were saying before, you like what you like. I'm not if you're into guns, hey, good for you, man. Like, but I don't know. It's just like for me, if I it's I look at it like owning a sports car, but having to drive the speed limit wherever I go. It's like, hey, well, what's the point? Like, and I definitely don't have it in me to take somebody's life. I went hunting once, I couldn't pull the trigger, and we went quailing. Like, we went for birds, like the easiest thing. Like,
I think I would be in the same boat. Like I've never went hunting, but I don't think that I could look at like and be like, and not that I'm saying like, ooh, if you're a deer hunter, you're a bastard and a Nazi. I'm not saying that by
yeah,
any
yeah, of course.
but I'm saying it's not me. Like
Yeah,
I would cry. I would shoot the animal, and then I would sit there and cry and have a
yeah,
miserable
All
time.
I can think about right now is playing fucking Duck Hunt on Nintendo.
Which was
it's
the
the
first
desensitize
like
you.
All
so
right, that's
now
the
that I
change list.
now that I really sent us down a rabbit hole. Speaking of music, uh
Mute.
We
have
were.
you when you look at like Chemical Imbalance, for example, were you the writer of most of the songs in that? How did
Yeah,
write
yeah. I've written pretty much e- everything that we play except for like two songs, and now I guess like three or four because we are writing right now. Yeah, everything up until this point, besides like one or two songs, like have all been me. The words, the guitars, the drums, the bass, everything. Um, yeah, I'm the primary guy.
if you have not listened to our podcast recently, don't answer that question. You don't have to. A segment that we do is we'd like to get into a couple of the songs and really just see what the inspiration and the meaning behind some of them are. And I
Yeah,
know Jess picked a song that she wanted to pick your brains on. So,
sure.
Jess, what was that song?
Did Jess pick a song I wanted to pick his brains on before I asked the paragraph above that?
Oh shit. Can we go? You know I don't follow an outline.
I
Is it
love
okay?
you, Eric.
I've moved
Um,
on. Can we circle back around or no?
I mean, yeah, I guess we can. We were
Or
going
do
to
you want
talk
to,
about the EP
or
a little bit before we got into the music,
do
but
you really want to just skip my whole transition and go right into what you want to
I
talk about?
mean, I'll edit it out. We're not live or anything.
Okay, so forget everything I just fucking said.
Okay.
All right. Hey, what's going on December 20th?
Wait, what?
Be sure to plug SKAgazine December 20th at Ritz Theater. I'm trying to help you. We didn't do that. It's in
Oh, yeah.
hold on. It's in your outline, Jess.
Yeah, but yeah, okay, I got you. I got you.
I went back to your fucking outline.
You went
and
back to
said,
Janice's question.
Jess is gone. Janice is gone. Janice is gone.
Hell
I
yeah.
think you're going, Eric.
So I was just trying to plug December 20th, like you said in your outline.
Do it. Do it.
I just did it. What's going on December 20th? Anybody know?
December 20th is Scala Days.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
by the record, I'm gonna come all the way from Michigan for that one.
Oh hell yeah! So come hang. It's gonna be awesome.
If I let him
It's-
in my car, he has to not be drunk.
Are you insinuating I'm drunk now, Jess? All right, go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, Scala Days. It's happening.
I'll be
It's a
there.
Riot Squad Media production, along with Diavolo Booking, which is a good buddy of ours, Ray Mione. He put in a lot of work on that too. It's going to be at the Ritz. Moving on up in the world, we're at
Yeah,
the
I have a
Ritz.
question about the Ritz, dude. Do those seats come up?
So they got like an area for like, standing and moshing and everything like
Okay.
that. I don't know about the seats,
Hmm.
but it should be interesting. Got Folly playing.
I know. I
Ketchup's
was
gonna
curious.
play.
I'm like, we got seats and we got Folly playing. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
I was like, we got seats and we had Chemical Imbalance playing. So
Yeah, exactly.
there might be some cool we got some cool stuff planned for TCI's set. I'm not gonna give too much away, but it's gonna be cool. Might have a cool little feature. Who knows? We'll
like what?
see. Uh, uh, well, we got some shenanigans, and there is a screen behind us, and there is somebody that is going to be at that show who really likes us. Um, he might grab a spot on the stage and hang out for a bit. Just, I'm not gonna say who. Not gonna say who.
Fair enough. No spoilers. You'll
No
have to.
spoilers. You gotta just
Everyone will
buy a
have to
ticket
read
and go.
this.
I'm not playing this game.
All right, Jess. Well, it's your turn. Jess,
Oh, is it really?
you just said we'd love to hear about. Go ahead.
Yeah, we wanted to talk about the making of the EP. I originally wanted to ask you if you all collaborated on this because I knew that you were writing all the music last time we talked before Chemical Imbalance got formed and used that music. But you shared that you wrote all the music for this one as well, correct?
Yeah, for the CEP. Yeah, it's all my songs.
Um, how much time did you spend working on it?
Um,
To the minute. We'd like to know to the minute.
to the minute. Well, I will say, for me, a lot of these all that you love is all that you own is essentially just like a collection of what I thought. Because, like I said, when TCI formed, it was just like kind of like the idea, like, hey, let's just play the Weftin songs live. And then we kind of became not kind of, we wanted to become a band and like write together. So for the EP, we were just like, let's just pick the ones that we like the most and the ones that we think that everybody else would like the most. And if you go back on my releases solo, they're there. It's, except for two, which is the first song and the last song. So I guess that there's really like no true like, time frame I can say, but over the course of like a couple of years since my inception as a solo artist in 2021, yeah, it's been a couple of years that they've all been written at different points, kind of what you were saying before, music hits you in different ways. It's weird because even though it is just like a bumblefuck of songs, it sounds like it was all written together. And the two most recent ones were like I said, the first and the last song, which are not released on anything else. Those are specifically Chemical Imbalance songs.
So you talked about working on new music earlier.
Mm.
What is the path you're taking for that? Are you writing all that as well, or are you collaborating?
No, we're collaborating now. There's a couple of songs where there's a couple of songs that didn't make it onto the EP that we do play now, like the last song in our set, Other Echoes, like that should have been on the EP, but we didn't want to like, we didn't want to like give everything away. And we just felt like it would be weird to have that one on because it sounds so different. But there's a couple of songs that I wrote all the way through and we're playing them. And then, but I want to say like a majority of them this time around, it's like, I'm just kind of leaving it up to the guys. Um, it sucks because I am a giant man child and I don't like to wait for things. And the whole reason I did a solo thing is because I got tired of waiting on people and I was just like, okay, come on, like I want to fucking do this. But um, there's another lesson that I'm learning is a lesson in patience and a lesson in like trust and again, the power to believe, the power of faith is like I have faith in my band that like it's going to be awesome. Somebody asked me something quite early on in the infancy of the band. They're like, when you guys start writing together, is it going to sound the same? I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, well, that might not be good because like, you guys have a sound. I was like, well, then, then when it's going to be whatever it's going to be. And at the time I was kind of scared to say that because like I do have an idea of what we should sound like. And I think everybody else does too, but you got to just kind of like throw your hands up. And especially when you're working with like six other brains, it's like, you got to throw your hands up and just like let people do it. And, and that's, it's kind of like when you get a tattoo, you let the tattoo artist draw it. It's like, you're going to get a better tattoo. This is kind of how I feel like the band, we're going to write a much better record by letting everybody put their hands in the pot, I think. And I gotta say, it took a while to get into the writing mode, but now it's like we get together every week. It's like, boom, hey, I got an idea. Hey, what if we did this? And I was like, the floodgates open. So now I'm stoked. And I just get to be a 3-year-old with a microphone. Like, so it's cool. It takes a lot of weight off of my shoulders.
So what are you thinking? An LP, an EP? What's the time frame looking like?
We're going to do an LP.
Nice.
We're going to do an LP. I have no idea what it's going to be called. I figured because the EP is like a long title, like All That You Love Is All That You Own. I figured we'd do like a 1-word title. I wanted to call it Nice because Nice is going to be on it. But nah, I don't know. It has no title right now, but it is going to be an LP. It'll be on streaming services. And yeah, we're just going to do vinyl, no CDs, no tapes, no nothing. It's going to be vinyl. And I think we're trying to aim we're at the end of the year right now. We're trying to aim for the latest, like a release this time next year. So hopefully it's a lot quicker because All That You Love took it took like since the band's inception. But that's because we thought we could do it ourselves and we were just being cheap. So
Yeah, are you pitching this to labels? And if not, why not?
Yeah, I think about that every time. Think about that every time. I think I'm going to try to pitch this to a label. I just don't know what label would take us because the last time I pitched,
we'll talk on the when we're done here.
Punkerton. Is that what you're
Exactly.
I'm Punkerton.
Punkerton.
yeah, I mean, I love him. I love Brandon. He's always been cool. I was on Rock
Yeah,
Against
you were on
Trump.
the Trump thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. That's
Ska Punkerton's a new thing. He's starting a whole new label for ska.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing though. It's like I don't know. It's like I like I said, I don't mind playing with ska bands. I don't mind playing with metal bands, but I'm like, I don't know. It's like I might try to shop around like to try to get like a band that's with a label that is not so like ska centric because I feel like every time we play like a straight up ska show, we get a couple of weird looks. We're like, who let the metal band in? Like, and then we play the metal show, and then everybody's like, wait, what? Like, who let the ska band in?
Don't forget about Jumpstart.
Yeah, could do that.
It's not all
Yeah, I don't
ska.
know. We always say that like Riot Squad's not a label, but I tell Laura all the time, like, you should just be a label at this point. You got enough bands, but Yeah, I think definitely we'll talk after this. Like I would like to pitch this record to somebody to get some motion for these boys. I just feel like I'm just kind of writing music to write music sometimes, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Jess, can I transition to what I was
You
transitioning?
sure can.
No. Okay. Well, I did the whole transition thing. So hey, Janice, is there any songs that you would like to talk about and find out the meaning behind an inspiration?
What's
As a
your
matter of
favorite
fact,
track
there
on the
is.
EP is what
When
he's
you were
asking.
peeing or whatever you were doing, you were gone for a while. I did the intro to
I
this.
know.
I was told I
I
was
heard. I'm sorry. I had to walk my dog real quick.
wrong.
Nature called. There's a song I would love to know the inspiration behind or more about, and that is God fucking damn it.
Everybody wants to know about that one.
I know. It's like, Janice, you stole my song. I got to come up with another one.
God fucking damn it is right. Well, we've all been there before, right? Everybody, you fresh out of a relationship and then it's been like a year, maybe a little longer, and it gets a little lonely, and you're like, like, man, bed's feeling a little big, that kind of thing. The song was well, no, I always say it's like I joke around, say it live. I'm like, yeah, this is a song about wanting to get laid, but you don't want to. But like, no, it's really something more. There was a girl I was talking to at the time. Yeah, I know. I know.
What did I say?
I was gonna say, yeah, I know you're in the room. Don't get mad at me.
I'm not you.
It's not about her. That's the thing.
Not about her who's in the room or her
No,
who's in the room knows about.
But the important thing is that Liz is in the room right now, not
Yes.
the other one. So there you
Nah,
go.
year and a half before we met. I don't care.
I know. I know. But some people are weird about that. I know.
Real weird.
I know. Anyway, yeah. At the time, I was like kind of still fresh out of a relationship that was ended very terribly, and I was just kind of like whatever. But then, like, I guess like it kind of hit me at the time where I was like, "Yo, I can do whatever I want," and I was like talking to this girl that really liked me, and like it kind of feeling some chemistry, but like she lived one side of I think she was down in Florida, and I was up here, and then when I went, I was like, "Oh, I'm on tour. Like maybe I'll see you down there," and then she went up to Jersey as I went down to Florida. And it's like we just never met up, and then it eventually just petered out. But I remember I wrote a song like because I was like feeling good again, and I was like, it started off as a song of just like like I said, like kind of really selling myself. I'm like, oh yeah, all I do is play video games and get drunk and eat mushrooms and play stupid music. I'm like, yeah, I'm quite a catch, right? Yeah. But yeah, and then the rest of the song just kind of goes with the weird ball game of back and forth where it's like I like you, but I don't want to like tell you that I like you, and then you're like, oh, but I want you to ask the question. Oh wait, but I'm the guy. I should ask you out. Like it's just that back and forth, it's the last part is just kind of like a moment of vulnerability where it's just like I guess I always say I start off being goofy and then I get deep out of nowhere and I don't even notice it until the song's done. And then I just, the deep part is just like my ideal, at the time, my ideal way. I was like, I want to take you to the record store and, I want to buy coffee from the overpriced hipster fucking coffee joint. Yeah, you're gonna have me drinking almond milk in my coffee, but I'm doing it because it's an excuse to bring it to your job so I can see you for 5 minutes before I have to go back to my job. And it's like that's the dream that I had in my head at the time, but like the dream can't come true unless we both want it. And then it's just kind of goes back to the goofy. It's like, I guess not. Sorry, yeah, sorry, you know me. Sorry, it's just like a nerdy, goofy song about being in love or being infatuated with somebody, and just playful back and forth, little bit of frustration too. It's like, like I said, it's just a goofy song. That's all it is. I'm rambling at this
I think
point.
everybody's been there. It's relatable, and the chorus is just really cathartic to sing along with. So it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
It's just like I said, I think the chorus kind of came, or the hook, or whatever you want to call it. It kind of just came to me one day. I was just like, because like I said, I was texting this girl, I was calling her, and like we're like, they weren't getting serious, because it was just kind of like oh, you like we knew we liked each other, or maybe I thought, I don't know, like, but I was like, oh, we kind of both like each other, but none of us has really said it, like, but we are saying like cutesy things to each other, and it's like, but it was just like, I don't know, I guess the chorus just came to me one day, and I was just like, I remember I was like trying to text her. I was like, "Hey, what's up? You up? You up, girl? You up?" And it was like 7:30. I'm like, "There's no way." Okay, fine. And then I don't know. Not mad. I'm not like a toxic masculinity. Like, man, fuck you, bitch. Like, I was just like kind of let down. I was like, ah, man, I wanted to talk to you. It's like, yep, just my luck. Just another long night, spending alone. God fucking damn it. And then I was like, yeah, that's got like a ring to it. And then I just vocal stem. Like, just another night that I spend it in the place. Give me God fucking damn it until the cows come home. And I was like, oh, that would be a cool song one day. And then when I did the monthly song thing, I was like, okay, I should do a ska song. Voila. Like,
All right, I'm going next.
I have my hand up, Jess.
Fuck, Eric.
Look, I was being.
All right, raise your hand. Go. You're good.
That's a question.
Go ahead.
So somewhere in the middle of what you were explaining, you had said, you were feeling good about yourself, and so the premise there is that you were in or starting a new relationship or in this relationship which made you feel good about yourself. And I know I'm getting off subject here a little bit, but when you look at that, like, is it healthy? Like, what is? I'm not saying it isn't. I actually think that it is, but when you're in that beginning of a relationship or in a relationship, to kind of wrap yourself in that and to make that part of your self image, like, is that a good thing for a human? Do you think?
what to like I was saying before, like that whole like pitter patter back and forth
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah, I think that's like one of when it comes to like a relationship and everything. I think that's like everybody's different, but to me, that's like probably the I always say it's one of the most lighthearted, fun moments of when getting because it's like you're getting to know the person. They're new. You haven't met them before, and and they're intriguing, and you know, maybe part of it is well, definitely part of it is like, yeah, well, oh man, I want to sleep with you, but there's other parts of it as you get to know them, like, oh wow, you're gentle, you're honest, oh you're into cooking, you're into painting, and I think I think it's healthy, and I think it's totally normal to do that. But I do think that, if that's where you get like people who get like obsessed, and then you get all these stories, which I always say, I'm like, I feel bad about all my friends who are girls, like hearing horror stories about how guys like act when they hear no or they get rejected. Uh, I think when you wrap yourself in that and you get your hopes too high, or you set fake expectations, and then they not fake expectations, when you set expectations and they don't get met, and then that's when I think that's really what makes like this like guys like really acting like children, which is a sign of emotional immaturity, and those men should get their shit together. Men in general, we need to get our shit together, but it I guess the short version of the long-winded thing I'm trying to say is it's healthy in a small, controlled, respectful way, and it's fun. But if you wrap yourself in it and let yourself be, there's a fine line between infatuation and obsession, I think.
Yeah, and I think it has to be fun for both people. Like, as long
Yeah,
as everybody's having a good time, that's cool. If
yeah,
somebody's having a good time and somebody's really creeped out, not so great, you know.
yeah. I always say you got to read the room, and the biggest thing is no means no, even if it's a joking no. Like, and I tell like I remember coaching my one friend who's more socially awkward than I am at this point, where he's like, "Oh man, I texted this girl like 2 nights in a row." I said, "Don't make it a third. Just stop." And he's, "Oh, that's not nice." Like, yeah, well, dude, like sometimes people don't know how to communicate a straight no, man. Just take it. That's the thing. It's like she's probably not feeling you. Don't now. Once you start pushing it, you become a creep, dude. And I don't know. Like I said, there's a playful medium. There's a playful like when both like you said when both people are into it and you're playing the ball game like well you it's like that's when it's fun. But if it's just like somebody tennis ball against the wall, like bro, now you're just being weird. Like no, don't do that. Like we that then you end up as being one of those stories that get talked about like, oh, this guy, this fucking hinge date I went on, oh my god, he was fucking weird. Like,
So how long have you been with your girlfriend?
what, two?
It's about 2.5 years in December.
Yeah, 2.5 years. Yeah.
And I'm gonna make an assumption, and you can disagree with this because I think it would be a good agreement. You you still have those moments where you feel good about yourself because you are with her.
Yeah.
And like 2.5 years later, you probably have those days where you're like, holy shit, this person likes me. And I don't know why, but like I feel good
Yeah.
about myself because like this is who was with me, and like how the fuck did I end up with this amazing person? And I
Oh,
think that like 2 years in or however long it is in, it's a good it's a back and not back and forth, but it happens at those moments, and those are such good moments in life. Like you go back to this like this amazement that this person is with you at times.
yeah.
That's
I
not a
think
creepy obsessive like because obviously she's answering your calls at this point in time. Do you know what I
uh,
mean? But
if
it's
anything,
still
if anything, I ghost her most of the time.
Yeah, I know, knock it off.
That's
I'm
not
bad
cool,
with the
dude.
phone. I'm surprised I even remembered to hop into this Zoom meeting.
well, we appreciate that you did. Otherwise, it would have been
It'd
really
be a little
sad.
weird.
Yeah.
All right, let's get
No,
back to music.
So,
yeah.
my bad. I'm sorry. Go
Eric's
ahead.
rabbit trailing again. Jeff had some feedback on that song. He said the unmatched vocal rhythm in that song is jaw dropping.
He told me that. Yeah, which we should talk about after the comma stuff a little bit
We
because
will. I have that on the outline as
On
long
the
as Eric
outline,
does
it's
not
coming.
derail us.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm like yeah,
We're so close.
It's
We're so
coming.
close.
But I have
yeah,
It's
to
coming
make
up
you talk about
soon.
my song.
Don't ruin Jess's outline.
yeah. I won't.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jess, what is wait, whose turn is it to talk?
It's my turn. I'm gonna pick a song. And I want to know the inspiration behind it. It's best, worst, most likely.
oh boy,
I
yeah.
love that song.
That's yeah. I noticed people either love that song or they hate it.
I
Like they're like,
fucking love
what? What is that? Like, I remember showing it to a couple of my friends like the day I wrote it. I was like, yo, check this out, and they just kind of went, well, it's cool, man. Like, oh, all right, cool, whatever. Like, but that song, it's funny. Compositionally, I was just thinking, I was like, how metal can I make a song, but like without putting like breakdowns in it and everything? It's like, how metal can ska get? How fast can I do this? Um, and I was thinking of like we just came off tour with Escape from the Zoo and Suicide Machines out in Chicago. Or no, it was Escape from the Zoo before, and I think then later on we did a weekender with the Suicide Machines out in Chicago, and I was just like kind of inspired because the machines they have like all like they have like the ska songs, the happy bubbly stuff, but then like you got songs like Capsule, which are just like, wait, what? Like, what is this? Like, and I kind of wanted to capture that lightning in a bottle sort of thing. Lyrically, the song was at the time I was kind of like I was trying to like kind of had a problem with drinking and the nose beers, and I was trying to get that under control. And yeah, that song was like I was just trying to like, okay, well, we gotta like it was on my mind is what I should say. And I was just thinking, like, what the hell, like I feel like I'm on the brink of a change, and I really did feel like I was changing. But I was like, let me write this in a future tense, like I overcame it, kind of as like inspiration. It's not lying.
Manifestation.
Yeah, yeah, manifestation. It was like it's not like I was lying to myself. It was like, no, this is one song that like I want to like say this now so that it becomes true, and I can say that all this stuff in this song is true. So yeah, I guess manifestation. And I got the title from my one friend, Jess Graff, um, or Jess Steady, or
Yeah.
she's a real great friend of mine. We're in long distance friends together. Um, and what's it called? She said, "Oh, one thing I learned in therapy, which I was also in therapy, but like we would share like I guess trauma bond over some like stuff we learned in therapy." She's like, "One thing I learned in therapy was like the best outcome, the worst outcome, and the most likely outcome. Like whenever you're like unsure of how something's gonna go, think of it that way. Like, what's the best possible outcome? What's the worst? Now think what's the most likely." And I thought that that was kind of cool. And I was like, for such a short, fast song, it should have like a long, drawn out title. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of like the title is a statement to what I wanted the song to be about. It's like, well, the best outcome of this is that it's true. All the stuff I sang about is true. The worst is that I'm lying and now I'm just a poser. I already was, but now I'm a real big poser. And it's like, what's the most likely? Well, the most likely is you are going to live some of this and feel some sort of accomplishment. But more than likely, the song is just going to be something you show your friends, and like it'll be cool, like and be like, oh yeah, it'll be like a fun little story to tell when you're, hanging out, drinking seltzer, whatever. Just that's kind of what the title's about. It's the best, the worst, the most likely of what the song was about to become. And thankfully, it is the best possible outcome where we play at every show. I definitely feel like I've manifested that, and I'm everything that I said I was in that song. And yeah, and still working on stuff. Like I said, excuse me. Uh, Trauma's a scar that no drug can ever take away, and it's a throwback to one of my other songs, "How to Be Human Again." It's like this is the answer, how to be human again. Uh, your best self is what you are right now. So just do the best you can. Because the best is all you got. Why would you do less than your best if you are at your best,
Word.
Adjective.
Thank you. Did you go
Pronoun.
with word, Jess? Did you go with word?
I did. I threw a word.
I love that you were countered with adjective, by the way.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
That was the best
Pronoun.
response. Yes. Ooh. Jess, you're
Pronoun.
also up again.
No, I'm not. Oh, I am. Wait, you don't have a song?
No, I'm following your fucking outline.
That's because you never answered the question in the chat when I said, what song do you want to talk about?
Let me help you. Jess's part. So you just announced a new release.
All right, I'm going to go here. Stop. You just announced a new release with a new band, Cult Classic.
Yep.
Where the fuck
Moving
did that come from? I like the first single's badass. It's not fucking ska. But we're going to talk about it anyway because we like to break the rules.
Yeah. So fun fact. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, yes, let's move away from ska.
Yeah, let's go.
I am all for ska erasure right now. No, I'm not. Yeah, cult classic. I've been working on this for pretty much a decade at this point.
You were
It was,
quiet about it.
yeah, no, I didn't really say anything because the last thing I want to do is be like, big things coming, like, and even now that we're releasing the EP
You know,
after all
it's
these
so funny you
years,
say that because when I listened to the interview from 2 years ago, we had a whole big things coming session.
yeah, yeah,
Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Yeah, big
This
things
is good.
coming. Um, come to Brazil, Uh, yeah, it's just I don't know. It's like Cult Classic was just me and my buddy Dan, the singer. I met him. I used to be in this slam metal band called Ire Form. I was the singer, and that was like the second time I was a singer in a band. This is the third, obviously. Um, and yeah, we just played show. He used to be shows together. He used to be in this band called The Greatest Virtue, and they were like crazy metal, kind of like Every Time I Die ish. Like they were really cool. Um, and he was the vocalist, and we were just like, "Hey, your band's cool. No, you, no, you." And then eventually, hung out, found out he went to the same trade school that I went to, and we had a lot in common. Like we had a lot of same opinions, and we're like, "Yeah, you know what? Maybe we should write music together." Okay, cool. And then I'll never forget that first day he invited me over. He's like, "Yeah, let's write some stuff." He's like, "I got my laptop." And then I was like, "Okay." And I get over there and I guess he didn't tell me, or maybe I just didn't know. I was like, "Okay, so what are you going to play?" And he goes, "I'm just going to be the vocals." I said, "Okay. You have a keyboard, you have like something that like we could play together." He goes, "Oh, I don't really play anything." And I'm like, I don't know how this is going to pan out, like I kind of like almost like said fuck it at that point where I was like, I don't know. But I figured, stay open minded, let's give it a shot. And I quickly learned how to communicate with somebody who doesn't play music, or doesn't play an instrument, because Dan is a musician. Let's get that straight. He has a vision. He is a great metal vocalist, and he's a fantastic producer. He produced the album. That song sounds great. The whole album sounds great. Yeah, but just communicating back and forth with him, like he would tell me and he would show me like songs. He's like, do it like this, not like Led Zeppelin, let's rip this song off, but like he'd be like, here, something kind of like this, or he'd mouth stuff. He'd be like, oh, do like ba da 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 ba 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 ba, and just we just did it for fun. I just remember asking him, I was like, do we want to form a band? Do we want to do this? Do we? You know what? Fuck it, let's just write tunes, and like if we do a band one day, we'll do it, and then after like we had like a good like 12 or 15 songs, we're like, oh, we should form a band. And then we tried out a bunch of people. Some of they were all really great. Some of them were stinkers, but I'm not gonna trash them. It just didn't work out. But we finally got like a group of people together after like I said, like almost a decade of just doing this and just not being too serious about it. But now that we got everybody in the studio, everybody kind of put their hands in the pot, and it was like, I don't know, I'm really proud of this because it's not only has it been a long time coming, but it kind of it it was a good push. Like I said, it was difficult at first writing with somebody who doesn't play an instrument, but it helped me out greatly, and Dan helped me like become a better producer, a better songwriter, and again, and one of those people, one of those bands that just made me think about music and composition, changed it forever for me. And fun fact, Dan did most of my mixing and mastering for what's it called? Black Pill and Blue Pill. I think he did the mixes and masters for Black Pill and Blue Pill, and then he did the master for Hurt People. And he did the mixing and mastering for All That You Love Is All That You Own. So he's just like, I don't know. He's one of my best friends. He's awesome. I'm seeing him tomorrow, the next day, whatever day it was, but Saturday, yeah.
I like that I remember.
Yeah, I can't remember anything. Yeah. But I'm just happy. Like metal's always been like a big part of like what I like to play. So it's nice to be playing in a metal band.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. We're probably not gonna do too much, but already like people are asking us, oh, play on my festival, play this. Oh, you want to do a split? Do you, people are getting hyped. And the record comes out today's Thursday. It comes out next Thursday. So
Do you have any shows planned with Cult Classic? Or?
no, not right now. We were gonna play somebody's like backyard barbecue like a couple months like earlier in the year, but like no, it fell through. I don't think we were ready, but we're gonna hook something up. I think we're gonna try to do some stuff next year. Nothing too big. It'll be like sporadic.
Beef Fest.
Beef Fest.
Best. Oh,
Let's do Beef Fest.
I think about that like once a week.
I thought about it the other day. I
Honestly.
was just like, what? Beef Fest. Oh man, you go back and check the Camp Pennsylvania interview they did with the whole band. You'll know what Beef Fest. Beef Fest. I can't.
We're gonna do it one day, I'm telling you.
Can't talk.
It's okay.
There's gonna be lots of hot dogs, beef hot dogs.
Beef hot
So when
dogs.
it comes back to the hot dogs again.
Always.
it always does.
Speaking of hot dogs, you were recently on a song with After the Comma. How did that happen?
Oh man, yeah. I've been waiting to talk about this. I'm really happy with this song. The song's called The Catch. And it it basically it started like this. It was like I'm friends with Josh Herskovitz from Backyard Superheroes. Again, another one of my best friends, just really awesome guy, always been there for me. And I see Josh like once a week. He lives like the next town over from me. So, I see him frequently. We do Taco Tuesdays together. It's awesome. I get to pet his dogs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I always say my second girlfriend is his cat Fidget. So yeah, she's a cutie pie. Um,
Technically, she was first.
but yeah, you're right. You're the second girlfriend. That's
Technically
right. Yeah.
speaking.
Yeah. Shit, dude. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I just went over there one day and he was like, yo, check this out. He goes, this guy, like, he's like, he wants me to help him write a song. And he's like, you want to listen? And I was like, yeah, man. And he's like, oh, you just hit me up through Facebook or something. And I was like, yeah. And I just heard like the early stuff. It was just guitars and like some programmed drums or whatever. And I go, oh, this is cool. The guy's got an awesome voice. I'm like, hmm. I'm like, did you put bass on this yet? And he goes, no, I didn't. He goes, yeah, I'm probably gonna write bass like tonight, tomorrow. I was like, how long, how long do you have before you have to turn this in? He goes, well, it's just kind of like a whatever. I was like, ask him if it would be okay. And obviously, if you want the glory, then be my guest. I just want to say like, the gears are turning in my head, man. Like there, you can do some cool stuff here. And he goes, I'll ask him. Jeff was like, yeah, okay. Didn't even know what the guy looked like. Just kind of like Josh being the middleman. I was like, okay, cool. So I got new strings on my bass, went over, and I just ripped it. Just like it was like the first couple things that came to mind, and then Josh helped me with some parts because we were both kind of doing our parts. It's like, oh, it'd be cool if you did this. I was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And it was just like it was cool because even though me and Josh like both play music and we both play in bands, we don't play together. It's like weird. Like we always make jokes like, yeah, we figured we'd be in a band at this point because we're so close, but we're just not. Um, but yeah, then laid down the bass and went out, and then next thing I know, I'm getting a message from Jeff, and he's like, "Yo, you're awesome, man." He goes, I forget who he compared me to, but he was just like, "Yo, you're fucking awesome, man." He goes, that's really cool. Like, I really like this. And then, and then we did another song together, which I don't know if I was supposed to say that, but yeah, there's another song out there with me on bass too. Yeah, I'm sure that'll get released eventually. But yeah, and that was the one that really sealed the deal for me, where I was just like, dude, this guy's really cool. Like,
He's a good dude.
He is a good dude. Still haven't met him in person yet. I know what he looks like now, though. So, but yeah, it was just really cool. And then somebody told me later on, they're like, "Oh yeah, that's the guy from Catch 22," and I was like, "What?" And I
Wait, you
told Jeff,
didn't know?
I didn't know. I didn't know until
Oh, really?
till after the songs were done. I figured like, hey, we were just like kind of like writing music with like some random guy on the internet. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, dude, like whatever. But then like somebody told me that, and then I think I told Josh or Josh told me, or like I forget how it came about, but Josh didn't even know. He's like, oh, okay, well that's cool, like and just like that. And then I don't know. I've been talking to Jeff a lot recently, just off and on. Like I said, I'm terrible with the phone, and he's got a life, I got a life, and everything. But it's just like every time I talk to him, it's like, dude's just really cool. I show him some I show him some songs that haven't been released yet. I can do that with you guys too.
Yeah, you used to do that. You haven't sent me anything in a while.
I can send you some of the new stuff I've been working
Just
on.
saying.
Jeff's been getting spoiled. It's about time I spread the wealth. But
Seriously.
yeah,
Jeff, you
but
took him from me.
yeah, I don't know. It's just like he's just a really cool guy, and like I feel like he gets me, and I get what he's going for, and like I said, the message of like mental health and taking care of yourself, that's after the comma. It's another beautiful message that I feel more people need to talk about. And, I feel like we talk about it a lot, but we don't talk about it enough. And just to have another force of nature, another force of music, especially somebody as talented as Jeff, talking about that, making that his thing and getting the conversation going. It's a beautiful thing. So, yeah, I don't know what he intends to do with After the Comma. If it's a band, I watched his live set last night through the phone. I had to take care of my dad here last
Oh,
night, but like you said, I don't know. It's a songbook. It's a band. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like whatever it is. But if something is to be said, if it is going to be a recurring thing where he collaborates with people, I hope I get to play bass for him as much as I possibly can because I really do love it.
I think to
he's
circle
watching right now.
Oh shit!
Still, he's still
Okay.
watching.
to circle
Sorry,
back around
Do
with
you think
that.
we should bring him on?
you should.
I'll go for
I
it.
don't know if he'd want to, let's say.
Well, didn't you say he was like he has some shit like
I
going
don't
on?
know.
If you wanna,
Well, we've been live for 2 hours. Holy shit.
You're just in the shark costume. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, I have a shark one.
I almost wore the petticoat that I wore
Oh, you did?
for the wedding. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a shark.
Oh shit.
Shark onesie.
I'm just comfy.
It
It's like
looks
a
really
fleece.
comfy.
It's very comfy. Sometimes I'll just wear this when I play video games or something.
Yeah.
so I bought from Spirit of Halloween for Christmas this year a Super Grover like onesie.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Hey, I won the off with their heads costume contest that when they played locally. But my girlfriend also has an Elmo one, and like the other day we just wore them because they're warm and cozy. We're like,
There you
wow,
go.
this just
Good.
feels good. Like,
He's not really a onesie guy, otherwise I'd get him one.
No, I'm more like a robe guy.
Yeah, you're more of a robe guy.
It's boyish, like
are you trying to say I'm not boyish because I wear a
no, I didn't say that.
Yeah, I mean, I know that sounds like what you were saying.
No,
I feel
no.
that way. I feel like you were saying I wasn't a boy.
It was
No.
implied.
Yeah,
No.
it sounds like that was the implication.
Nah.
Pretty messed up, actually.
I feel attacked.
Wait, do you have a long cigarette and like a cigarette holder while you're wearing the robe?
Honestly, that would be cool. I was looking for something that was kind of like a long cigarette, and I was gonna be but nah, the gag's done. Yes, we did win a costume contest. We were she was the knight and I was Hornet from Hollow Knight. She built the mask. It was humongous.
It was pretty rad. It took me fucking forever, but hey, we won.
Nice.
What did you win?
Like a mini Bose speaker. It was my friend's. It wasn't
man.
that deep. It was my friend's Halloween party.
And
You
then
won a lot more than me. I won a
At least there was a
$20
prize.
car.
Yeah.
yeah, and then I sang Pink Pony Club afterwards. And then
Really?
It's
Can you do
karaoke,
that right
so we
now?
had fun.
huh?
Can you do that for us, like an exclusive where you sing Pink Pony Club for us here live?
Not right now.
Darn.
Why not?
It's late, and
That's
I
fair.
haven't warmed up, and it'd be a lot cooler if TCI would want to do it. Like, you know.
I wish they would.
Would that be a thing? Because that would be an amazing cover for you guys.
I mean, we talk about covering stuff all the time, but we just, we just never get around to it. And we keep saying we're going to do a Tom Waits song, and then we never do it. And then
That'd be awesome.
I said something. We have a couple ones like kicking around. I said we should do Battery from Metallica, and then Joey was like, he's like, Lars is going to sue us. And I was like, yeah, okay, valid concern.
Probably.
Like, we always say we're going to cover something, or like, oh, this would be a cool cover, and then we just never talk about it ever again. So,
I mean, Chapel Roan would be a very unique, good cover for you guys.
I mean, I love them so much. So, like,
What are we
that
talking about?
Chapel Roan.
So
Oh,
I was talking to Amanda about this day. I'm terrified because you know how you do like the every year there's that Spotify rap thing where like, and then you're like, oh, here's my top genres, and here's the top 5 albums that I've listened to this year.
Mm-hmm.
And like in every year, mine is like, these are 5 ska bands, and my favorite is ska
do you
punk.
remember we talked about this earlier in the same live?
Am I going back? Have I hit that point where I'm talking about the same?
Yes, you do that a lot.
I do, because I'm old, and when you're old, you go all the way back around. And
I got you, Eric. I won't let you do that to yourself.
I won't do it again. You can cut this out for me too on the no, please.
No editing. I'm not doing editing.
You always edit.
When
Candid.
he said he wanted to go live, I was like, I don't have to edit. That's cool. I have to edit an
I
interview.
kind of
tonight,
blame him for
actually.
bringing up the song Pony Club, and then it reminded me of my story. Right?
What was that?
Yeah.
Thank you. Nobody else was listening to me. Thank you, man.
I got you.
I went somewhere else.
Fair enough. Okay, so moving on to the outline again. Do we have an outline anymore?
I think we're done.
Are you sure we're done?
I mean,
Because
we're going to open it up for questions. Oh, no. Yeah, Janice already asked this question. We're opening it up for questions and answers.
do you have any questions for us, sir? Anything you want to know about Jess? Let's reverse this.
What is
What
wrong with
questions do you
you?
have for Jess?
Oh, fuck. Don't
Yes,
do
can-
it, dude.
Can we do this?
Questions for
And
Jess.
only if he can answer a question of you, too.
So, Jess, what is your favorite movie of all time? What is one of your favorite movies of all time?
I don't know.
Like a
Kill
movie.
Bill. I love Kill Bill, and I'm really excited for this fucking thing that's coming out in theaters December 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah, volume 1 and 2, and they're gonna have an extra 7 minutes that I'm fucking dying to see.
Are
And
you going to
Christian's
know which
like,
step it is? Like, are you going to watch me? Like,
I don't even know if I'm gonna get to go because Christian's like, that's too long for Ox. He's not gonna sit in a 2 movie thing. We
why
gotta get
don't
a
you guys
sitter.
do a date night? You and Christian.
Well, the thing is, I can't get a sitter because the next night is muster plug, and my mom has them that night. So I don't know if I'm
Go
gonna be
watch
able to
that on a
go.
different night. It doesn't
I
have to
might
be.
have to take him and just give him his phone and sit in the back.
Or when I come and visit you, we could watch both of them at the same time.
No, it's only in the movies one night. It's like you have to go that day, I think.
No, I don't think it's one night.
No, I'm pretty
I think it's-
sure. Is that true, Liz?
I thought it was like gonna be like a limited time release where like it'll be in for a couple of weeks and then that's it.
That's what I thought.
Oh, I thought it was
I
in
don't know,
theaters
look
for one night only, kind of like Dogma was.
No,
I don't know. Somebody look it up. That's bothering me
Yeah,
now.
I mean, if that's true, then I'll be okay. But
Okay.
that's what I'm going with for my movie. I love Kill Bill.
what was the first album you owned, Jess?
That I bought myself.
Yeah.
Probably Dookie.
Nice.
It's a good one.
I'm guessing, and then I quickly bought Kerplunk after that.
I love Kerplunk.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
favorite Green Day album.
Did.
Sorry, I was reaching for something.
Why are we interviewing me exactly?
Uno reversal.
Good turn. So, Jess, if you could be any farm animal, which farm animal would you be?
Fuck, Eric.
You're asking all the right questions. I mean,
Thank you. Thank you. Jess,
I don't know.
you need to answer. Like, if
Thank
you
you.
asked If you ask the guest a question, you would want them to answer.
I'm gonna be a goat.
You're gonna
I think
be-
I'd be a shark.
People do like yoga with goats and shit. It's weird.
say yoga with goats? Who the fuck
Yeah,
does
goat
yoga
diet,
with
goat
goats?
It's
That's a thing.
So many
It's a
people.
thing.
It's totally a thing.
And I don't even do yoga, so I don't know
Wait,
why that
shit.
came to my mind.
This is
We should do goat yoga.
We
this is
should
the
do goat
thing.
yoga.
It'd be fun.
It's a
Yoga,
thing.
goats with
Goat yoga.
Yeah.
that's a thing.
Maybe
It's
that's what we should do.
absolutely a
for
thing.
fun.
God,
My
I
best
am
friend does
so
it all
out
the
of it.
time, and
Well,
then
this
she's
is-
like holding the goats and sending me pictures.
There's puppy
What?
yoga too.
That would
Mm.
fix me.
Puppy yoga.
Well, and
Or goat yoga.
capybara yoga.
Oh my god.
That would fix.
If that's a thing somewhere, I want to do it.
Well, Cape May, they're expecting
I know.
capybara
We
babies.
should go see the baby capybara.
They have you can it's a lot of money, but you can actually go and hang out with the capybaras for a bit.
You keep talking about it. We should go do it.
I ain't got no money.
I don't either. Stop talking about
I
it.
ain't got no money.
So
I ain't got no-
totally random and on subject. This will be my moment. Can I tell my story, Jess? Can I make it
Sure.
about me for a second?
I mean, you're asking permission, so I think it's bad.
No, it's not bad. It's about animals.
Yeah, it
So
might be
I
bad.
live approximately half a mile away from one of the 2 baby hippos that was born this year.
Oh,
So I've went a few times. This hippo is never out. It's always sleeping every time I go and try to see the hippo.
Oh.
always sleeping. Oh, okay.
So all I can see is mom. Don't get me wrong, it's cool to see mom, but like, how often do you get to see a baby hippo?
Yeah, exactly. Mudang.
It's
It's
Hugo.
Hugo.
This one is Hugo. One of the 2 that were
Oh.
born this year. It's Hugo.
Yeah.
You go.
Here we go.
So
Oh my god, my legs.
so look him up. He's got his own little cam and everything, and know that if you see him, I live next to him. Like I don't live in the zoo because but I live near the zoo.
Oh, my hair's bad.
I think we asked Eric what his farm animal was once, and the answer was very fucking weird.
Me?
Yeah.
What was my answer?
I don't know. I think it was.
I've blocked it out.
Do you remember this?
I don't remember this.
Yeah.
But we so digress to where we're just
You
rambling.
don't want to talk about it, but I think it was like St. Thomas Boys Academy episode. If someone wants to go back and listen,
Mhm.
Good plug for a previous episode.
there you go. I
There
love
you
St.
go.
Thomas Boys Academy. Anyway, are we done?
I mean, we've moved to the point where we're interviewing you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this has really devolved, I must say.
We started out strong. We had a
Yeah,
late
that
night
wasn't-
last
Eric got
night.
drunk.
And we had a late night, so
I'm only partially
I'm
drunk.
good.
So I'm drinking I shouldn't say the name because I mean, is that an anti-sponsor? I'm drinking probably one of the worst wines I've ever had.
Ooh.
Oh.
Because it's a like
Mm.
it's called the worst wine to me, I guess I should say.
Mm.
It's called Witch's Brew and it's a spiced apple wine. So it
Oh.
just tastes like you ever have that applesauce where they put the cinnamon on top?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
It just tastes like the cinnamon on top.
Ugh.
That's what it's
So like me, I'm like I used to work in breweries all the time. Like,
Okay.
you know, I'm well accustomed to beer. Like I'm not gonna say like, oh, I'm a brewmaster, but like I know
But
I
you're
know
a
the
brewmaster is what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I know everything about beer. No, but like I am accustomed to the craft, and one of the off flavors of like beer when it's like bad is apple, like specifically I think green apple. So because like, you know, I know like when you're testing the beer before you can it and you're like, oh yeah, ooh, that's bad. We got to dump that. It's like now whenever I see a beer or a wine where it's like apple flavored at all, like my brain just goes, no, like, you know,
Yeah.
so I would hate that. And I'm not a wine guy to begin with, but
Mm.
I'm not drinking right now. I'm on a cut, but yeah, anything apple flavored, I'm just no.
It is officially not
Huh?
good to me. I'm
The
sure.
Jim Beam apple is really fucking good.
What is?
I was gonna say Jim Beam apple, or is
I
it
used
Jack?
to
I
love
think
it.
it's Jim Beam apple. Yeah, good
I've
stuff.
tried.
I used to love it, but again, the whole thing with the brewery, now I taste it, I'm just like, even like Crown Royal apple, I'm just like,
Oh yeah, that's good too. I don't drink liquor
Mm.
though, so
Yeah, I try not to. That's one of the things. Like, if I drink too much liquor, I like being in control nowadays. Let's put it that way.
yeah.
I don't like getting too rowdy. And if I get rowdy, it's around the right people.
Yeah,
Like you've seen me rowdy, Jess. Like,
I'm not saying a word. You've seen me rowdy too.
yeah, that's why we're friends.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen you ready.
I have way too many regrets. I
Did
don't like
Liz just say she saw me rowdy?
No, she was saying to
No,
me.
that was directed at him.
She's like,
Probably
I
has.
rowdy.
I'm gonna be rowdy at Scala Days. You know why?
I was gonna say it'd be fun to see you rowdy, Jeff.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
sounds like
we are coming adults only without Ox.
Oh,
But
I know.
Ooh.
Well, I'm bringing Eric. He's my kid.
you're driving me. Yeah, I'm your kid, and you're driving me home.
Yeah, it's going to be our like. I don't want to say our SKAgazine Christmas party because not the whole team will be there, but it's going to be how we celebrate.
yeah, we usually stay at the Marriott over there. I can send you the link where
Oh
we're
yeah,
all
please do. We were
staying.
going to look at Airbnbs, but
Yeah,
Why
figured
don't we
out
stay at the
anyway.
Marriott too,
Is
Jeff?
it close?
yeah, it's pretty close. I'll send you the link right after this because I know the Riot Squad guys. We're all getting hotel rooms. Like,
Okay. Yeah, so we can like
we
after party have some fun.
yeah, we always hang out in the foyer like later on
Right.
after the show, and we just drink and hang
Oh
out.
yeah,
And
definitely send that to me. Because we're taking
absolutely.
Ox to see the Machines and Goldfinger that Friday night. And I
Oh
was
yeah.
like, he has a show already that weekend. I'm leaving him at my mom's.
I might
Remember what
go.
happened last holidays?
What happened?
Oh yeah, Ray.
Fucking Ray.
Oh
What
God.
did Ray do?
You didn't hear?
No,
Ray.
Wait, Janice, you were there.
I was there.
Oh. Oh, Liz,
Ray,
who didn't
Yeah,
hear?
that wasn't.
Ray
So
was
Ray was
massive.
dancing like Ray always does, and he fucking kicked Ox like right in the side, like his like crazy kick. And
no.
Ox was like on the ground crying like crazy, and I was like,
Oh boy.
well, Ray's gonna be there and Folly's playing, so maybe I should leave Ox home.
That's fair.
Yeah, Ray.
Ah, Ray.
Ray felt horrible about
I know he
it.
did. I love him.
Yeah, no,
No, he's a
he
We
goes.
talk about it every time we talk, actually. He never stops bringing it up. I'm like, dude, it's cool. He's alive.
And you bring it up every podcast, Jess.
I have never
like-
brought that up
You're always
again.
like,
or
remember
before.
that guy who kicked my kid? And it's like, dude, it was an accident. Let it go. And it's
It's like
been a
that
year.
old.
Yes, you need to let
Every
it
time
go.
I see Ray, he's like, I'm not dancing anymore. I'm never dancing again. And then I
Aw.
see him dancing.
We were
So
gonna
when I
put.
told him I wasn't bringing Ox, he was like, who the fuck am I going to kick? And I said, you better not kick me.
Is
That's a
that
fair
why you're
question.
bringing me? That's messed up.
Huh?
You're bringing me to be kicked?
Yeah.
I guess.
Batter up.
I mean, don't go near
better up.
Ray. Just stay away from Ray.
I was gonna
He's
say
wild.
we were gonna put Ray on a T-shirt, on a TCI T-shirt, and it was like, I wonder if anybody got that picture of like Ray like kicking Ox, and like that'd be a cool like crowd shot.
Wait,
Be
was
like,
that during your set? No, it was the manipulators.
it was the
It was the
manipulator.
manipulators, yeah.
Love
You're
them.
like, why couldn't it be my fucking set?
This will be good picture.
Did you know they broke up?
No, they didn't. No, I
Yeah,
love
that's how I
them.
felt too. I mean, I don't
Oh.
think they publicly announced it. I'm live.
Oh, what?
Oh shit, SKAgazine, you heard it here
I
first.
mean,
Whoops.
yeah.
Well,
Well, that's a bummer if that's
It
true.
didn't seem like a big secret.
seems.
But it's not
a
any
little-
business. Any other secrets you want to give out to our listening audience?
I don't know any.
How am I like?
I drink a lot of seltzer, to the point where you'd think I'm an old man. I have a tattoo of a pansy on my butt.
Do you?
I overinflate my time at work because they make it impossible. No, my bosses don't watch this. Yes, that's what I do. Anyway, yeah. What I don't really have any like deep dark secrets or anything. I'm pretty open. Do you know any deep dark secrets about me?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm pretty open about everything.
Oh,
Like,
no.
if people ask questions, I heard this about you, Weston. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you did. What
There's
about
still
it?
5 people watching us just be ridiculous right now.
Something up
I'm
for
like,
us.
oh shit, we're still live.
Ugh, I'm tired.
I know. I know what you
I
said.
wonder who they are. If you're watching, one of them's me, obviously. Are you guys all watching? Is it us?
I'm still here. Why don't we go rogue? And anybody who's watching live, why don't you invite them in? Just let everybody come in.
I don't know who's watching live. I already invited Jeff. He said no.
No.
He said he's been on enough, and I said true.
This is real.
I mean,
Jeff should get his own segment. I keep saying it.
He also said it was your time, dude.
That's okay. Now, dude, he's too nice. He's way too nice.
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I'm just forcing. I'm like kicking you down the hole, kind of.
Why?
I don't know. He's short-ish.
Okay.
All right. I will say I do have to get to bed soon because it is like 11:30. So
I'm off tomorrow.
I wish
I have an MRI at 7:45.
Oh boy, you're getting old.
I'm getting old. Is that what
I said we getting old.
Oh yeah.
All right, yeah, it's been real, dude. Thanks.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. It's always lovely to see you guys and just what a full circle 2 years later. I know I've said it to you, Jess, before. I'm saying it to all you guys. I'm proud of you guys. I'm glad to see that this thing wasn't just a one and done. It's actually become like a full-fledged like operation and
fucking crazy.
Dude, it is crazy, and it's like I feel the same way about you guys as I feel about Riot Squad. I just hope that it grows and grows and grows because every year you guys do a little bit better. So SKAgazine is definitely close to my heart. So, and
Thank you.
yeah, no problem. And if you need anything, let me know.
I will.
All right.
All right, we'll see you next month.
Bye.
See you next month.
Bye.
See you next month. Good night,
Is
everyone.
Liz coming to Scala Days? Oh, he's gone. Goodbye. Oh, I didn't
He was
even
like,
press
I'm out of the
play.
show.